Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Ball Dole Live podcast coming to you live November 17th. Today, we're doing a live podcast. Come meet up in person, but we're still here. We're still talking ball. There's a lot to talk about, a lot of news in the NBA. We might get into some NFL later. But today, we're doing BDL episode number 50. Everyone clap it up for number 50. We get to number 50 on BDL. Yeah. My man Gabe can't clap. So,
yeah. Oh, you're muted, Gabe.
Yeah, you're muted too, and you can't clap.
Yeah.
50, I mean, it feels like more, but that's good. That means, we're really just doing it.
Getting started.
A lot of people get to 300 and stuff, and we're not even close to there. So we got
we're getting 1,000
to go. Yeah, well,
we're gonna be like
we're about to be like One Piece.
Yeah, episode 50.
So today, in honor of BDL episode 50, I want to start off with a blind NBA player battle. So we did the thing in person last time with the NFL players. I got 4 more of NBA players from this season. So I'm using stat lines from this season, and we're going to see who's better. You guys are going to pick, and I can throw them up for you, actually. So let's start with player number 1. Where are we at over here? I'm going to present it.
I believe in my abilities. Let's go.
You got a lock screen.
Boom. Can I?
Excuse me.
Let me zoom this in if I can. Yeah, let me zoom this in, bro. I got you. Boom. How's that?
Ooh.
There you go.
All right, so we got 2 players here. You see the stats right here. Points per game, 27 to 26. Rebounds are there. Assist efficiency, those are the percentages. Field goal, 3-point, and free throw. You tell me, who are you taking, player A or player B? You can guess who it is, too, if you really want. Hold on, move this out the way. Omari.
Okay.
But yeah, you can guess who it is, or you can choose one. So do both. And then I'll tell you who it is, and then you'll see if you made the right decision.
All right. I think I'm going with player here. A here. He's almost averaging a 50, 40, 90, 27, 5, and 7. So I'll choose that. I think it's a guard for sure because of the free throw percentage and then the assists. Mm-hmm. I'll go Tyrese Maxey for player A.
You think it's Tyrese Maxey versus Cam Thomas? I don't know.
No, Cam Thomas averaging 5 and 5.
Yeah,
I know. I think one of them.
What about you two? So Hassan's going player A, and he thinks it's Tyrese Maxey. What about you two?
I think
who do you think player B is, Hassan? Who do you think player B is?
27, 5 and 5 on 47, 30, 83. Small forward. I think Paul George. I'll go Paul George, sir.
All right. Gabe, Omari, you can take guesses and pick somebody.
This is a good pick by Hassan. I think I'm going to go with player A as well. I like the reasons he gave. Almost a damn near 50, 40, 90 club. 20. Damn. Yeah, I'm going to go player A. 27, 5, and 7 is really, really good in my opinion. I go player A.
All right. 2 for player A.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree. I think the only place that the player B even edges out player A is the rebounds, and that's only by 0.7. So,
yeah.
I feel like all around the stats is just better. And I do think I low-key agree with Hassan about Maxey, but we'll see.
So I'm going to reveal to you the players. Player A is Tyrese Maxey. You guys got it right. Well, let's see if you made the right choice.
I think Anthony Edwards for player B. That might be.
You think so?
That's my second choice.
And
Anthony Edwards.
The answer is Anthony Edwards. It is Anthony Edwards.
Hassan, you got it at the end.
Good job. That was good, Hassan. How do you feel about that? Do you still want to keep?
I take my pick back completely.
Hey, man.
I feel like
about what we seeing right now, or are we talking about just in general?
In general, I don't see why Tyrese Maxey can't be at the same level or conversation as Anthony Edwards, especially with their record right now. The things that he's doing with the team and how much he's taken on. And I feel like if they trade for anybody, he'd still be the number 2 option just because of what he could be. So,
well, I think
I agree
with you.
You can compare the two.
Yeah, but Tyrese Maxey's having a really good year. He's shooting lights out too. Like he's hitting deep threes, and it's better than last year because he's getting the attention of the number 1 defender now. It's not just catch and shoot off of Harden and Embiid. I mean, he's still getting a little bit of that. Obviously, Embiid draws attention, but a lot more off the dribble stuff than he has last year. So really impressive. And let's move on to the next one. Next one we got. Here are the stats. Player A versus player B. 18 and 19. Now, granted, I'm gonna just keep it honest with you. This is before today. I did this in the morning, so who knows? Like some of these players, you'll look like, what the fuck? He was lying.
So they played
could have-
today.
They might have. I don't know. I actually don't remember who I put in which order.
Oh.
So I have a few players that did play today and that did good. But
I know the first one.
who is it?
Yeah, go ahead.
And who and
actually,
which one are you
that's
picking?
the bonus. That's the bonus.
Okay,
All
who's
right.
the second one? And are
Player
you
A.
picking
Player
player?
player
The
B.
second one is gonna be 6 assists. Ah,
I'm gonna go single.
you got me. You got me that one. It's just the
What if
first
player
one.
B is Sabonis?
I'm
What if
gonna
none of
say
them are
player
Sabonis?
B.
Nah, player A has to be. The rebounds and boards are top tier. I mean,
Assists.
assists.
I'm going B Sengun.
You think Sengun
I
has
think-
19 a game?
8. Nah, no, I don't know.
60%, 25. Whose is this? Actually, I don't care who it is. I'm gonna pick.
25 is kind of crazy.
It's a big man.
I'm
for
picking.
sure,
I'm
though.
picking player
Yeah,
A.
it's
I'm
player
picking player A in this one, Bez.
Okay.
I'm going player A as well. I think that's Sabonis because of the assists. It has to be a big man because the rebounds and assist ratio, and then the free throw percentage is god awful too.
Do you think it's Bam? No, it can't be Bam. No.
And then
B?
okay, player B. And then player B. Anyone going player B? Or you? What about you, Omari?
Now I'm going player A for sure, but I'm still trying to figure out who B is.
Is that
Maybe it is
Abdemayo?
Bam.
All right,
Bam
everyone's
or-
going A. I'm gonna reveal
Bam.
who player A is. You guys are right. It is Sabonis.
Awesome.
Yeah, the 12.
player
I feel like
B.
the 12 rebounds gives that one away.
I'm guessing Bam. If I had to lock it in, I'd throw in Bam, but I'm not sure.
Okay, that's cool. What other guesses we have? Anyone want to take a guess?
Sengun.
Final guesses?
I said Sengun.
19 though.
It
Even-
is Sengun. You are correct.
Look at that. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are doing well. Next one. This is a little harder. I think. But
We can talk about this though. This is pretty close in terms of statistics, and then the Rockets is pretty
You
good
think
this year.
you think it's
Yeah,
close?
but Sengun had a monster game today. That's why he was.
Wow.
He had like 27 and
Yeah,
16 or something.
Yeah, he's still playing right now too.
Was he like 30 at this point? He might have more.
Yeah, so
He's
I think
eviscerating
it's pretty
Zubas.
close. Might be the year Sengun takes off.
But he's playing well in the Rocket system. The Rockets are winning. They're running through him. You know, he's
Finally, thank God.
You know, they
Jalen
call him Baby
Green.
Jokic for a reason.
Yeah.
So, next set of players here. All right, some more high scores. One more efficient. Who are we going with? This is interesting. Interesting picks here.
This is like a volume shooter right here. Player A, especially.
I think player B is Zach Lavine, 22, 5, and 3. I feel like it's Lavine and DeRozan. Can they be on the same
DeRozan
team?
27 this year? Are you sure?
I mean, it's every player in the
Nah,
league. Like, it's not.
Yeah.
You guys got to guess
27.
or pick who you want to.
I'm definitely going
You-
player A here. I think
Do you think? What do you think? One of these is Lillard Huss? Or no, the 27?
maybe, but he'd have more assists for sure, not 2.
Yeah, he'd have more assists. You're right. Who is
Oh, yeah,
not
he's
dishing
good at
out
scoring.
dimes? Who's a ball hog?
That's why I
This
said
is a good
Lavine
one.
for the second one. There's
Is-
no way he's
is,
averaging 27.
Is B Jalen Green?
No.
I think he's Jalen Green for B.
Well, first of all, who are
A.
you going with? Pick your player, and then you can guess who they are.
okay.
I'm going.
I'm
A.
going with player A. I think 27 compared to 22 is bigger. I think the shooting splits are better too. Yeah, 2 of them are better.
Mm,
You can't pass the ball. You can't rebound as much, but I'll take the points though. 27 is a lot.
I'll pick player A as well. More points, less rebounds, less assists, but the splits are better in my opinion. I'll go player A for now.
Yeah, me too. Let's see who it is, because
No guesses? You want me to just reveal who they are?
Man,
I got
yes,
Lavine
who's,
to B.
Is like, I'm trying to think.
Okay.
who's
Player
flexing?
A, I'm going to
Austin
reveal
Jalen
who
Green.
player A is because this is who you all picked. Are you ready?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Cam Thomas is player A.
that's who it is.
Yep,
Good.
you see that you guys are right on the high volume score thing, but
Yeah, I
just
want to say
need
that
throw
has to be
in
a
name.
volume shooter.
Player B, did you make the right choice?
Lavine.
Jalen Brown.
Oh, that's
Oh.
crazy.
Oh yeah, that's the right choice, of course.
Yeah, I mean, he
Nah,
has too
I'm
many
going
players
Jalen
on his
Brown,
team.
too.
You can't really like score at the same level or volume. And Cam Thomas just, who cares what he does? He's just gonna
He's
throw
him.
him up there, you know. He's him.
He's him. Yeah, I'm going Jalen Brown. Without
I'll
a
take
doubt.
Cam Thomas.
No question.
I mean, Jalen's on a different team. It's 2 different systems, so stats should be lower if they're winning more games.
Yeah,
That's our deceiving use.
because if Jalen Brown was on the Nets, he'd be averaging like 28. Like,
and more
definitely.
rebounds, probably higher efficiency
Yeah.
too.
But he's not. That's an if. So we're picking Cam Thomas this one, guys. You guys better
Cam
stats.
Thomas is never. How's that? How is
It's a
anything
good
Cam
guy.
Thomas is doing not an if? Like,
Stats are greater than.
Never
All right,
seen
this
that.
last one is, yeah. I mean, who even cares about these guys, right? Look at these stats, boys. Who are you
Okay.
picking between these two players?
Man,
This is really
Florian.
tough. This is really hard.
This guy.
And who do you think
What the
they are?
hell?
Who do you think they are?
13%.
50%
Yeah,
free
that could
throw.
be anybody in the league, bro. Like,
Is that Jeremy Sohan?
They
Average
play.
7 points a game.
Like they're not like all-star level players. Spoiler alert,
Is
obviously.
player A Jeremy Sohan?
They definitely play minutes in the
No,
league.
one
Like they're not
assist is-
nobodies.
Four
They're averaging
rebounds,
10
one
points,
assist.
so they have to be playing at least some minutes. Keep that in mind. 10 points is not like.
Let me go. I'll go Cam Reddish for player B.
Okay. And are you taking player B?
Yes.
I'll pick Jeremy Sohan for player B, and I'm picking player B.
13% from the field. Who the hell is this?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm going player B too. That's great. 13% from three is crazy.
All right,
Like,
player B. Since that's all who you guys picked,
Yeah.
I'm gonna reveal him first.
Please be
It
Sohan.
is Killian Hayes. Killian Hayes is player B, having an actually okay season, better than last year. I'll tell you that. So it's a
He's
step
That's
up.
hard
at
in
least.
the year too. I mean, the team is just bad in general, but there's improvement with him. So
But 10 points for him is good because he plays.
right?
He's a
Improvement.
playmaker.
for sure.
So 10 is fine. He could at
Definitely
least stay in the NBA. Now,
He's
player
still pretty
A,
young too.
player A, stinky, right? Stinky stat lines.
Gabe Vincent? I don't know.
That would be hilarious, but it's sadly someone way sadder. Andrew Wiggins.
Oh
my
man.
God. I hate that nigga. Yeah, get that nigga out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what's wrong with the team. in
These
general.
13% from three and 50% from the free throw line is all
I
time.
couldn't even believe
Damn!
when I was watching until I dropped that nigga.
Max
Like,
player right there, Bez. He's getting paid max money to produce 13% from three.
Hey,
All-star
Kuminga
there.
had a good game yesterday. It might be his time to take his minutes.
literally, dude. Like,
Give it to him.
Someone
Give
has
it
to
all.
score in this team. No one is averaging 20 points on that team besides Steph.
Really.
that's how it used to be. They're like a 90s team.
Hey, AirPods is playing real well.
They're
I
early
like what I saw
2000s
from
team.
him.
Yeah,
I need
he's actually
Moody
getting
minutes.
good
I need
minutes. He actually scored. It's only him and
Mhm.
Steph that scored over 20 this year, so which is sad because the rookies is outplaying Klay Thompson. And
No, I think
Andrew
Sarge
Wiggins
did
and
too.
Chris
Sarge
Paul.
also had a 20 piece. It was him,
He
Sarge.
got 20 exactly.
This is a good segue, Hassan. This is a good segue you can start talking about.
I'll talk about the Warriors and
First,
why they
let's
suck
start
this
with
year.
the most notable Warriors situation. Draymond Green put Rudy Gobert in a chokehold. Obviously, I was trying to get a picture up here. I can't show pictures for some reason, but we all know what happened. We saw it. 5-game suspension for Draymond Green. He will lose
Well-deserved.
upwards of $750,000 in the 5-game suspension. And
That's fine.
they took his pass into account as well when handing out the suspension because, he has a history of pulling these type of antics. And so they really want to send a message to him and not do this stuff no more. We saw last year, they started the year off with this type of thing. And yeah, it's funny. Rudy Gobert made a comment after the game. He said that Draymond Green wants to get ejected because he doesn't like playing without Steph Curry. And Steph Curry was hurt. So he's actually been ejected, I think, 7 out of 8 times in the last 3 years in games Steph Curry hasn't played. So like 7 out of 8 ejections have been without Steph Curry. So pretty interesting. I don't know what the exact number was, but it was somewhere around that range.
I think it was 7 out of 11, Bez. I saw it before.
Yeah.
I think it was 7 out of 11. It was not like 100%. It was like 80.
For his
Yeah,
career,
there
he
you
has
go. You got it,
17
you got it.
ejections. 17 ejections. You know how crazy that is? That's most in the NBA currently.
Yeah, you
So,
gotta
we could
thug
talk
on your
about
team,
the
bro.
situation, or we could
Yeah,
talk
fair
about
enough.
that what the team's going through first. Whatever you want, Hassan. I'm gonna let
We
you
can start
take the
with
floor.
situation. Yeah, so I think the 5 games is well deserved. I don't know why he's out here choking people to death. I understand that Klay Thompson was getting in a scuffle, but to choke the guy, I know you don't like the guy, but to choke him out, and you're going to get ejected doing so. He got ejected 2 games prior. I mean, like, it's kind of, I understand there's a line between like being an enforcer and then going over the top, but past this whole season, he's trying to get technicals. I saw him barking at Anthony Edwards saying, "What you going to do? What you going to do?" Before that, and then the game before that, he got ejected coming at Donovan Mitchell. He was injured coming into the season, so there's no continuity with him. He's just been acting like crazier than normal.
You
I
dumb
don't know if
nigga.
there's something going on with him, but those 5 games were definitely warranted. Like, that's no behavior for the team. Maybe the team doesn't look good at all this year. I thought they were going to be the first seed coming into the season when we started off 6-1, but
Damn.
we finally saw their flaws of them not being able to score. There's games where Chris Paul has 2 points, 1 point. He's also getting paid a bunch of money. Klay Thompson just looks straight up washed. Oh my goodness.
Hey.
Like Gabe said, I thought
Clay might have to take a page out of Russell Westbrook's book and say, "I'm gonna come off the bench" or something. He got to change
that
it
even
up.
gonna help?
Barely even,
Nah.
he needs to hit some shots. Like,
Honestly, bro, like start some of the young, start Moody and like, dude, Moody look good when he plays.
Better.
He plays hard. Like Brandon Podziemski plays well. Like Clay has not looked good.
Clay's it's his contract year too, so this is definitely not gonna. He's not gonna get any type of money playing like this. I mean, he's shooting 1 for 10 from the field. Hasn't dropped 20 once. He's 2 years away from injury. Like this is the year for him to be coming back. Maybe he is washed, but none of the players are scoring any points on the team. Andrew Wiggins, like we just showed, is shooting 13.5% from the field. I don't see this team. Maybe Bez was right. It was saying that they were old and they can't really contribute as they want to. But this is kind of like the changing of the guard too, where Kuminga looks better, Moody looks better, AirPods looks good. He's dropping 20 points. They look more energetic. I think the trade for Chris Paul, he looks like lackadaisical out there. He's not passing the ball. I mean, he's just passing the ball. He's not trying to look to score. Like he said, he only dropped 2 points in one game, 1 point. Like he's not shooting well at all. I think our biggest mishap is them not being able to score the ball. Once they're able to score the ball, I think we'll be better. But I think we haven't won any game at home. Actually, we've lost every game at home. Yeah, I think we've only won one or none at all. Just terrible.
We're winning on the road this year and not at home. But
Yeah, right.
last
The
year,
opposite.
crazy.
5-game losing streak too. I think they might be cooked.
The team is too reliant on Steph Curry. Like you guys have been trying to find pieces that can kind of succeed him or help him out when he's, not on a stacked team with KD and like Clay's not playing as good. But you just haven't found those pieces, at least not enough. Like Kuminga, Moody, AirPods, they're nice, but they're still developing. They're still young. You can't rely on them if you want to make a serious championship run. And unfortunately, when Steph's out, this team struggles to really win games. Draymond, his antics, we could keep going on about that. It has to stop, really. Like, he's being a distraction to the team, too, like causing all this drama. At the podium, they got to ask all the players, the coach, Steve Kerr, all these questions about Draymond. Like, that's a big distraction for the team. And then Steve Kerr got to defend his dumb ass, like, because he's his player, right? But, it's just a bad situation to be in. So, I don't know. The Warriors either got to make a trade or, because it's not going to work. They need the young guys are still too young. We were hoping that they'd take a step, and they have, but it's not enough if you want to really win a championship.
And the way that they distribute minutes is you can't really flourish with the minutes that they're getting. Like you'll only have a bit of spurts because you still have to play Klay Thompson and Andrew Wiggins. I mean, the team is mainly relying on them scoring the basketball and Chris Paul getting at least 10 to 11 points. So if those two aren't scoring, the team is basically screwed.
This, in my opinion, this just shows as a testament to Steph Curry's greatness. I'm not trying to glaze, but dog, this team, he gets wins with this team. It's crazy. Like think about the people he's playing with without him, but then when he is playing, he's getting dubs. That's insane to me, bro. This team without Steph Curry is legit. They're probably used to the Spurs, easily.
I think it's because I remember that graphic I was telling you about, Gabe, where Steph has more damn near the same amount of points as everybody else on the roster combined.
That is insane, Hassan. That is insane.
I think it's because the system they have is too reliant on his ability. Like he's such an elite player. Like you can basically build a whole offense around him, but when he's not there, it's like, okay, now what do we do? They don't really have a game plan when Steph's not there. That's really the main issue.
Make the redhead kid run around screens like Steph.
Yeah, that's why I thought.
I don't know about that.
Being out for the last couple games, you can get all these other guys that have been struggling to score to start getting baskets, but it's still been really bad and they can't really score. I saw Clay.
It's not pretty.
Yeah. Clay got
Hassan, what do you think? Hassan, what do you think the team should do? Give up on Clay? What do you think is the moves?
Nothing. There's actually nothing that they can do because they're not going to trade these players and then they're not going to develop these guys. They just have to score this season.
No trade for Zach Lavine. Zach Lavine can't save you.
No, they won't trade for him. They're not going to trade Klay Thompson just because of the history that he has.
Just Clay. I don't know.
Who else would they trade? Wiggins?
I don't think Lavine would be decent, but I don't know if that saves them. It helps them. It doesn't save them though.
Yeah, nothing's saving this team besides themselves. They have to find a way to score. It's just over.
Remember when I said this, Hassan? I was like, if Curry goes down at any moment in time, the whole thing is cooked. But I'm saying if Curry's alive, they have playoff contention easily. Remember when I said that?
Yeah.
They have not won a single game.
he is that guy though. So
Yeah,
like
he's elite.
He is, but
superstars.
other teams when they lose their best players, they look like a competent basketball team. This team,
Like who?
where they're choking people
Yeah,
out, bro.
defense.
Like what is this?
Like
Nice.
who does? I mean, I'd say there's only. I still think Steph is like a top 5 player. If you take out top 5 players from their teams, they all look like
Look
playing
what
guys.
look at the Grizzlies. Like
No, not the
Ja.
Celtics, bro. They could
Well,
win
take
with
off Giannis,
two of
they're
those
still gonna be
guys.
playoff. They're gonna be
You think
competent. They're gonna be
JT's
playoff
a
confident.
Well, that
top
that
5
team's
guy in the
that-
league?
Yeah,
Every team
for
has
sure. He's
talent now.
arguable.
Every team has a lot of talent nowadays.
That team
I
definitely.
know,
has a
but
lot
the
of good-
Grizzlies have been good every year. Now that Ja is sitting,
Yeah.
But I don't
they're
think it's just a
viable.
Ja problem. That their team has more problems than Ja. It's not just him. It's Steven Adams, Brandon Clark. They traded
but
all their
even-
players.
Smart too.
Like
Isn't Smart out too for a month?
They had
Smart
they
down
had,
now.
Smart, you still look pretty bad though. Like
You know,
this
I
is-
think Tyus Jones Tyus Jones is an underrated part of what's
Bench.
affecting it right now. I
so
feel
I'm
they
saying
had
him,
Tyus
Kyle
still.
Anderson. Like they lost all these
Yeah.
dudes. DeAnthony Melton. Like it's not just Ja. Even though he's
DeAnthony
obviously
Melton's
the biggest
been,
one.
on the Sixers.
You
The
can't
beast.
ask Contra to go and be like the Melton, but it's not gonna happen.
But
What do
You don't
think
even
about
play,
the-
bro?
yeah, I feel like
Draymond
Tyus
versus
Jones
Omari?
is a big part of why they're not successful without Ja right now. But what are you saying?
So what do you think about the Draymond fight?
Oh, nah, dude, it's just crazy. Like I couldn't believe that this nigga really went to go choke him out, and then like they was trying to get him to stop. He was like, "Nah, like nah, like what do you think?"
Rudy
is
was
gonna
like
happen?
this. He's like,
Yeah, like what do you think is gonna happen? And this nigga was not even doing much. Like
I know they
I
have
don't
beef
know,
from
like
before, but like to beat somebody
Yeah.
on the court, bro, that's insane.
I think the suspension is well deserved.
He was looking for any chance to strike, bro.
Yeah, I think this dude is just tripping this year. I truly feel like Draymond ruined the Warriors, and he ruined Jordan Poole too. Like,
Yeah, he gave him
I feel like
CTE
it's
for
both,
real.
it's both cooked. They were honestly better off keeping
He
Jordan
as
Poole.
an NBA
honestly.
player.
I feel like the Warriors were better off keeping Jordan Poole because they were obviously.
I
the
don't even
Warriors
know
were
if
propping that nigga up.
They needed
Now, he
2
was
years ago.
obviously
Jordan
decent in the
Poole.
Warriors system. He's obviously pretty dookie without it, and the
Yeah.
Warriors obviously need another scorer because it doesn't seem like anybody like Jordan Poole was the only person also scoring 20. Not last year, but the year before that, he was like
Not this year either.
won the chip.
Yeah,
So
yeah, they just need scoring. But I mean, Wiggins was killing it before he got that whole thing happened with him when he left for like 20 games or something like that.
But he was good he was better than this in the
He was great in the
playoffs. So I don't
playoffs.
know what happened.
Yeah, maybe they'll start picking it up, but he just looks terrible right now.
He looks like he doesn't give a fuck. Honestly, just like
Right.
half-assed trying.
and he's only getting like barely 20 minutes. Like
He got his bag.
he's
You know what the
getting his
worst
chance,
part is, bro? He doesn't get rebounds anymore either. Like he was always a guy
Yeah.
that was gonna get you like a good amount of rebounds, could get you a double-double. Like he doesn't. He gets like
Yeah.
3 rebounds a game.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
I think
what's going
those-
on with the nigga too.
they're not gonna. They'll be like hovering in the play-in and playoff because they have Stephen Curry. If this continues, but I think they just need to find a way to get scores or someone to score.
Y'all need like what's the word I'm looking for? Like a borderline star. Like you guys need that. If Curry, like if this happens again and you guys don't have like a player who could like generate offense and like score at least 20, bro. You need a 20 point per game score. I'm not saying it's gotta be anybody, but at least we can have something like that to rely
Because we
on.
play.
You can't rely on that man anymore.
Hey,
I mean, like Clay and Wiggins are supposed to average like 17 each, especially with Jordan Poole not there.
Hey,
Yeah,
that means
like,
Jordan
bro.
Poole is very important to you guys, and you guys,
It
I
was
don't
the right
know.
trade
saying.
too, though, like because I don't know, he was supposed to take over. Everything's kind of messed up.
Dude. You like, in my opinion, I think I don't know how to like say this, but Jordan Poole could probably still do good on this team, given another chance. But I don't know if y'all wanted to ride with him one more time.
oh, they're not trading back.
He would
for him.
never
Are
go
you
back.
crazy?
No.
Yeah.
If the trade never happened, like if they never traded him, like if
Oh.
the
They
fight
would
never,
have to
like he
trade
had a bad
Draymond.
year. He had a bad year, and then he starts picking it up again because he played bad before. Then he turned it on. Then he played bad again. Who knows? He might turn it up again. Like it's like a pattern.
I mean, I don't know.
I
Because
feel
he
like they
was
would've
like
had
a
to give-
really,
they
really
would've had to
bad
give up
player in the
Draymond.
NBA. It was like first or second year. Bez, which one was it? Where he was like borderline worst offensive player. I think it was like
His first year.
His
That was
first
his
year.
first
Then he like turned it up. It was crazy.
Mhm.
They need Pascal
Then they-
Siakam. That's who they need.
Yeah, they do. But you think they'll trade Wiggins or Clay?
I don't. They would trade Wiggins. I don't think they'd
Yeah,
trade
they for
Clay
sure
though.
would trade Wiggins.
They don't give a fuck about Wiggins. Like I don't think they have that type of attachment. They do.
Clay has clout. Hassan Clay has clout, right?
Yeah, that's why. And
Yeah,
looks like He's
No,
washed.
like Warriors clout. He's
lost
his
his
legacy.
yeah, no, that's why.
Legacy.
That's
He
why.
go up to Bob.
Yeah.
He'll go up to the GM like let him know. So you can't trade me. Come on.
Yeah, right.
Best, I
Wiggins
just noticed the
only can be
title,
like this.
UFC tryout, bro.
Yeah, you not see that?
Yeah,
That was like
that's been
trying
the
to
whole time.
submission him like in the
Dude,
middle of
all
the
I
game.
saw was the
do?
Green
What
versus
do?
Gobert. My
What
brain
you
like
gonna do about
pulled
it?
a
Yeah,
flight. I
this
just
this
skipped
dude's
it.
on crazy timing. Like Anthony Edwards was like
Like Derek Lewis, bro.
Bro, Omari,
Did
he's
you
already
see
been
what Patrick
ejected
Beverly
from 2
said?
games. This
Yeah,
dude's
I
missing,
know,
I don't
like-
know, $1 million.
he got
Antics. We're choking somebody out.
Yeah, this is so crazy.
No, it don't matter. 700K. I don't care how rich you are. 700.
And you're
how
not
long you gonna
playing.
be making that for the rest of your life.
I feel like at this point the Warriors are like pretty cooked. Because I do agree with Hassan. Like they're
You
not
don't think they can make
they.
it back?
I mean, I think they're like I still think they're like kind of like you get into the playoffs, but when it comes to like being a chip contender or like a top seed, like I feel like they had momentum in the beginning, and like now that what we've seen, like them start to lose, and now Steph is out. Like I feel like their momentum's like been killed somewhat. It's gonna be hard because they're gonna be playing from behind. We don't know how long Steph is still gonna be out. Like so I feel
He's
like
questionable to return tomorrow. They're
I hope,
forcing him.
I hope he
play
does
more.
come back because they definitely need that nigga.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like their momentum's like killed a bit, like because they had that hot start. So I feel like they'll be better than they've looked, obviously, but they do have like a lot of flaws that they have to work out now.
I think they had a players meeting after last night's loss to OKC. So hopefully that helps because they've lost 5 straight. So
I think it's 6.
that was 6 now, right?
Yeah.
Who you guys play
Terrible.
next? Is it going to be a 7th straight?
OKC
Yes.
again at home.
It might be a 7th straight.
Maybe it's all dependent on Steph, I guess.
You guys are losing until Draymond at
The
least.
crazy thing is that one win you guys did have against OKC was that bullshit offensive goaltending call from Draymond too.
Mhm.
So
my
it
God.
could have been
going
real
in. You
bad.
knew it was going in.
It was still
was
some
going in.
bullshit.
Those- all-
It was
most
still
of
some
them.
bullshit. You squeaked out a win barely with
Yeah.
Steph.
And then we have another one with Klay Thompson.
Yeah, another game winner. Can you
Oh
believe
yeah.
it?
Then we have
Man, you
that
guys played
Klay
the Thunder
Thompson
4
buzzer
times
beater.
already, man. What the fuck?
Yeah,
It's not even
Yeah, what
December.
the hell? Got all of them out? Got them all a month away?
For real.
You're not gonna see him
Yeah,
ever
bro.
again.
OKC
Like
battles.
yeah, what the hell? It's crazy. Hey, maybe you'll see him in the tournament.
real.
I don't know what your record
Maybe
is
the
for
playoffs. They look pretty good. So
They'll kill y'all.
No, y'all might not make the playoffs. That's the real question. They're making it for sure. I've been
1-1.
on that.
It's a slide
My man
show.
Hudson's like 3 days
yeah, we're 1-1.
before us. He's like Blueface on the beat, but with the podcast.
Oh, yeah, let me use my hotspot.
All
Let me use
right,
my
we
hotspot.
can move on to the next topic while my boy's figuring out his Wi-Fi issues. We'll talk about Zach Lavine and the Bulls. As you all know, Zach Lavine hasn't requested a trade, but they've been open to trading him along with the Chicago Bulls, and they're open to trading DeRozan and Caruso as well. They've been having talks around the league. Zach Lavine's preferred landing spots have been said to be Miami, the Lakers, the 76ers. Those are his 3 preferred landing spots. Personally, I like to see him on a Heat out of those 3. I think they could use a scoring. They missed out on Dane. They missed out on Drew Holiday. They've been missing all offseason. They have a chance to finally get a reprieve and get another score to add to their team. Tyler Hero was out for a few weeks with his ankle injury too, so you kind of need it. I mean, they've been winning games, so it hasn't mattered, but that's a lot to do with Bam's dominance, more so than anybody really like doing much. I mean, they, Hawkes has flashes and some of the guys, but if you really want to win a chip, I think he fits what they need. I'm at him when he comes back. And then another team that he didn't want to be on, but I would like is the Magic, just because their guard rotation is like, they got a bunch of defensive guards, but none of them really can do much off the dribble offensively. And so that would help them a lot, kind of sort out their guard rotation. Markelle Fultz doesn't play basketball. He plays like once a week. Anthony Black, he's a rookie still. Jalen Suggs, he's good defensively, but he's offensively, he's not really there yet. I don't really know if he ever will get there. He's mostly a defensive player. And who else? Cole Anthony is also good offensively. He's kind of small, though, and obviously Zach Lavine's better. So I think the Magic would be another good spot for him. And I wouldn't mind the Lakers if we traded Gabe Vincent. That's all I'll say about the Lakers. If it's Rui, if it's Reeves, I'm not doing it. But for Vincent, I'll welcome Zach Lavine.
I think it has to be a championship contender team. I don't think he'll accept the trade. Obviously, he doesn't have a no trade clause, but I think it's going to be like a mutual understanding, leaving where he will go to a team that's up there. But I don't know what team like is championship contender level that could use his capabilities. You know,
Like
I
the
feel
Heat,
like
I said, the Heat. I think the Heat could use him.
yeah,
They need more scoring.
Yeah, the Heat would probably be the perfect because I don't think Philly like.
Did you hear when I said his preferred destinations, or were you on like a different planet with your connection?
I was on a different planet.
Okay, so it was the Heat. It was the Heat. This is what he said. His preferred destinations was the Heat, the Lakers, and the 76ers. That's where he wants to go. I said I would like the Heat, and then but a team that I also like that's not on there was the Magic. Just because I don't know if you heard some of that, but
yeah, I heard the Magic part. But yeah, I think the Heat would probably be the best team. Just I think they'd rather
the
have
Sixers
Tyler
would be
Hero,
interesting though.
like be the main scorer on the team. Sixers, do you want Max?
You could move him back to the bench. He's been a sixth man. He's already won the award. Like I don't think it's gonna.
Is he gonna accept that though?
Up.
That's the thing. Like
Probably.
what team
Why would he not?
actually? Because he thinks
he's trying to like level up. He's trying to get to the next level.
They could both start. Why not? They start Kyle Lowry. Like move his ass to the bench. The fuck.
Oh,
yeah, I guess
get him out of here.
But Tyler would be
run Tyler at the PG. Yeah.
Let's run Jimmy at the PG.
Right.
Hell no.
You do not want that.
He's a good distributor when he needs to be.
I was thinking about the 76ers too, but you want Tyrese Maxey to be the number 2 there, and Zach Lavine would be the 3. And all he's good at doing is scoring the basketball. And you have Tobias Harris averaging 20. Kelly Oubre was averaging 20. Like, what do you really need him for? D'Anthony Melton's a better fit starting because he can play defense and he knows his role than Zach Lavine. But I mean, Zach Lavine,
I don't like the fit there. I don't like the fit
34
either.
too. Like he definitely can score the basketball, but that's the only thing he can do.
Yeah, they need the defense more so than they have enough offense, I think, with all their players when Kelly Oubre comes back. So yeah, I don't like the Sixers, but the Heat, I think I don't know if what the package looks like. Maybe just a couple picks and Jovic or something, but I like the Heat a lot.
Yeah, and are they willing to do that too? Like, if I'm the Bulls, I'll ask for like Jaime Hawkins or something like that, or Jovic, and you want a rookie that could develop there. And Zach Lavine, he's a high asking price, but I don't know if he fits it.
No, I don't think so though, because he's locked in for a contract that's super absurd. He's making $40 million, and that's way above what he's worth. And so I think that diminishes value a little bit, not to the point where you're going to give up nothing, but just like it's also going to be a contract you have to take on. So the team's not going to probably be asked to give like real high quality players. You're not going to get like a budding star in return.
They also think he's like a high quality player too because of what he's done in the league so far. He's been a 20+ average for like 4 or 5 years now. So then they're going to ask for something for sure. Picks, like how we were talking about Philadelphia getting picks.
It's going to have to be picks for sure.
Yeah, but I think they'll ask for a good player in return, especially that he's not like making a ruckus trying to ask out like the way James Harden did. So who knows? I just don't see a good team that's like win now that could use what he does.
What do you guys think about maybe the Pacers or the Knicks? How about we haven't even said those names. What would the fit look like?
He said he's not playing for the Knicks.
He said that he would never go to the Knicks. He said fuck the Knicks.
He said fuck the Knicks. Damn.
Yeah.
And Pacers, I kind of like what they got going there. That's not terrible, but I would just leave things as is.
What about the Kings? That combo guard would be nasty.
The thing about the Kings though is that they have to trade like Kevin Huerter and Harrison Barnes. Like they have to trade 2 of their like players that they have now, and I don't think it's worth it at that point.
He doesn't really fit on any team in the NBA, straight up.
I mean, like he would, but his contract, you also got to keep in mind, like you got to give up dudes making salary. And that's the reason why I don't think you don't have to give up anybody of note, but you still got to give up rotational players. Like you're not going to give up a starter necessarily, but you definitely have to give up players that you're going to play in the playoffs. So it's like,
too.
Yeah, obviously.
Trade him to the Grizzlies and then wait for Ja to return.
That's awful. Him, Bane, and Ja is disgusting.
Bro,
what about the Pelicans or the Warriors?
Any team in the NBA besides the Chicago
Was
Bulls?
Marcus Smart power forward now? Like,
get rid of Marcus Smart.
Because even what you say with Orlando, I feel like they have like the young thing building up as a young team and building those players up too. Like, do you really want to expedite the process getting Zach Lavine, and then he doesn't even want to be there? He's going to ask out like after a year because of where they're at developmental wise.
I mean, it's also in Florida. He said he wants to go to Miami, and like they're playing well this year. So if they take a step, like they don't have to win the championship this year, but if they're a playoff team, I think he could stay because he knows that they're only going to get better.
Yeah, and
So it
they
really
pay
just
him too.
depends.
Yeah.
I think
guess
we're gonna have to wait
Miami
for this
Heat is the
trade.
best option, I'd say.
I think we have to wait for this trade regardless, because I think when teams start to like settle in more in the standings and also kind of figure out what they can give up, you know what I mean? Like, oh, we don't really
Yeah.
need him because this player is still playing well or whatever. Then I think the trade will happen. Plus, especially with teams like the Lakers, the Lakers can't even make the trade till January because we re-signed D'Lo and we signed
many
Gabe
players.
Vincent, so we're not allowed to trade them yet. So that's gonna have to wait regardless for a team like that.
Yeah, I think they'll wait until the trade deadline to make the move. Just like you said, for the teams to settle down and then other players able to trade these guys too, and then you know where you're at. But Miami, I think, is the best option. And even that, like, you're going to have to give up some of the things that you didn't want to give up for Dame. It's basically a lower level Dame trade, but you still have to give up guys. And I don't know if they were willing to do that. They're on a 7-game win streak right now too. So, like, do you really want to just add someone new into your roster and then change it up?
Who's on a 7-game win streak?
Heat.
Ain't the Heat?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
I actually don't think he fits on any team in the NBA right now, which is sad.
Bro, you can just go out there and hoop, bro. Come on, man.
He fits on teams. It's not about that. It's about you have to give people up for him. Like if there's no salary cap and you could give him up for like just picks, he would be somewhere else by now. But it's just
I'm talking about everything taken into context though. Like why would you do it?
Hassan, you need that. You need that man for the Warriors right now. Come on.
They wouldn't do it though.
But you need him. You want to call up Zach Lavine right now and tell him to come hoop for you.
He would be better than Clay infinitely, but it's just not going to happen.
He would be your second best player off rip for the whole season.
Easily. Of course, but I don't think they'll never pull the trigger on that just because of the relationships that they have.
Fuck the relationships. They need wins, imagine.
I mean, can you get you can't get like Wiggins and I don't know who
Wiggins
else.
plays defense. Zach Lavine doesn't play defense. All he does is literally score the basketball.
You just gotta trust
Wiggins
Kuminga.
is like,
I think you get rid of Wiggins. You said fuck this bum. He's playing. He's shooting 50% from three. We're gonna trust Kuminga to be like the new Wiggins. Like you have to do what you have to take a chance on one of these guys because like you're gonna have to give up players for Zach.
Yeah, we still have
13% is insane. Hassan, 13.5% from three is actually atrocious.
50 from free throw.
I'm telling you, I could shoot
like
better
40%
if I had.
2 years ago.
I honestly think Omari is hitting
shots.
more shots. Like honestly,
If I had enough shots, I'm hitting better than 13%.
13%. He looks terrible.
I'm going.
I'm hitting at least
Bulls
22.
Do you think the Bulls are gonna trade everybody too, like DeMar?
Oh, one more thing before we move on to the Bulls, the Raptors have also expressed interest in trading for Lavine, and I actually like that as a fit for them. But the thing is, I don't know if they're serious about winning. So if he wants to win, I don't know if that's the best place for him to go. But fit-wise, I like that because they've always struggled to get guards there. After especially Fred leaving this season, now they really have nobody. It's kind of Scotty Barnes pretty much being there. Well, they got Dennis, but like outside of that, Gary Trent comes off the bench. But Zach Lavine's like just a much better player and version of him. So I think he would fit well with them. But again, I don't know if they're going to win anything. So if he really wants to win.
Yeah, you can trade OG too because he's on an expiring contract, and then
hell no, I'm not trading OG for Zach. I'm not doing that shit.
I mean, but what else could you give up? You have to give up a player of value though.
You probably give up you give up Gary Trent for sure, his contract, and then I don't know. I gotta check up picks for sure, and then maybe like Chris Boucher. Fucking I don't know what the contract situation is like, but definitely Gary Trent. Maybe you give up one of Dick or something.
Yeah,
you got to keep Dick, bro. You can't give up the Dick. You can't give. Well, hold on. Pause. You can't give up.
Oh, he's quiet the whole time. Now we mentioned Dick, and this guy is just interesting in the conversation.
Say what?
He's a rookie. You can't give him up. That's funny though. Yeah, who knows? I think teams will when the deadline settles down and you know who you are as a team and what moves you can make, you'll definitely get traded. But right now, there's no reason for any team to trade him, really.
Yeah.
So what about?
I'm locking in the destination. He's going to be a Heat soon. Heat, Miami. I'm locking it in.
Maybe.
DeRozan. I feel like when it comes to DeRozan, his play style is like so. Like he still gets buckets, but when it comes to like fits with other teams, it's hard to like put him somewhere because his style is so outdated.
The crazy thing is he's not even hitting his mid-range shots this year. So his one elite skill set, he's not even elite at it right now.
He's not elite anymore.
Yeah, I feel like he'd be in the same boat as Zach. Like, who needs a DeMar in their lives right now?
No, Zach, because he can shoot and score, so teams could use him. His main issue is the contract situation. DeRozan, you got to fit him in. And, like, it's not a player like Zach where you can plug him in because he's a shooter. Like, he can kind of learn as you go. You got to literally change how you play offensively for DeMar DeRozan because of the way he plays. So that's even harder. Unless he's willing to come off the bench, I don't know where he can go.
Yeah, he's not.
I don't see him getting traded, personally. I think he stays on the Bulls the whole year.
Yeah, you can trade Vooch though if you want to, because his contract's tradable and he fits a lot.
You can't trade him.
Zach and Caruso are the most valuable ones.
Until January, right?
I don't think they can trade him at all this year. Well, actually, no, they can. They can.
Yeah, I think until January.
He wasn't a rookie extension.
Yeah, I think they just got to blow it up at this point. I mean, like you've done it. I think the Bulls have given him justice. Like, you've done it for 3 years. You tried it out. You did the most that you can. If it's not working at this point, then there's no reason to keep it going. You should trade everybody that you have. We got draft picks and start it over. I think this is the year that they kept their own draft, or they have their own draft pick, right? It's not Orlando's pick.
Yeah, I don't think it's Orlando's. Hopefully not.
So, I mean, if they continue to lose, keep your pick, trade everybody, and then just get more draft picks and start over. Get another story.
I think from this team,
Kobe White and keep going.
Yeah. I think we're gonna see Lavine and Caruso moved. I think the rest are gonna stay.
Yeah, maybe getting a first round pick, maybe more.
Maybe Patrick Williams too. No,
he stinks.
I know, but like, what if he develops a new thing on a new team? He starts popping off. You never know.
No, I think
he's like a top 5 pick, isn't he?
You keep him on that team.
Why would anybody trade for Patrick Williams? Why would they trade away Patrick Williams?
Defense. Yeah. I don't know. I don't
know. I do hope the Lakers reacquire Caruso.
Imagine Caruso and Reeves on the same team. That's insane.
I'm ready to get rid of Gabe Vincent already, bro.
Already 10 games in. He stinks.
Let him cook. He's injured.
He's been out mad games. Yeah,
he's injured. Let him cook.
I don't care. Get rid of him. We have too many guards anyway.
Nah, I like him. I gotta get his jersey still.
Yeah, Reddish emergence. I still couldn't understand. I guess they just knew more than us because Cam started cooking.
Yeah,
he's all right.
He's figured it out.
Good defense.
He still does bonehead shit every game, but that's fine.
No, his defense is elite though. But his offense.
Did you see when he dove and slid?
Be more consistent.
Bro, who saw the clip where he was like trying to close out a defender? He slipped and he like slid. Was it Bane? I think he slipped and slid under Bane's landing space. It looks so funny.
He's a little clumsy, but he gets the job done.
I gotta find that clip.
He be hustling too, man. He's just
he does.
It's funny how Caruso's I think is more valuable than Zach Lavine in trade offers because of what he brings.
Yeah, because he's a winning player.
Yeah, and then
it's
he
almost
knows
like the
his
OG,
role,
like
he's
how
not going to try to take over games or have an ego about what he has to do as well. So,
bro is a 3-and-D hustle demon. You love it.
He's been battling injuries for a couple of years now, but
you should see what he does on defense, bro. It's ridiculous. He's basically like Giannis of guards. I swear to God.
Like that, you remember that Pat Bev quote? It's like, did you see my PER? I'm basically Giannis down there.
Wait, who said that?
Pat Bev. He's like,
Pat Bev said that.
Like 1 game into the season.
It's like Giannis is guarding you. Hassan, the quote goes, he's like, oh, fuck, I forgot the quote, but basically that's up with him saying, it's like, if it's I'm on you, it's like Giannis is guarding you. And I never said it.
So basically, it's just funny, bro. Did you see his response to the Draymond Green fight too?
I love Pat Bev's podcast clips, bro. They're good.
He's like, I taught you better, Cat. What you doing just standing there? You got to defend.
You too, and you too. He's like, now if playoff comes and we see him play and they see him playoffs, they're not gonna worry about you, Cat.
Cat got flashbacks to when Ben Simmons put him in the chokehold.
He was tapping out.
I
forgot about that.
Yeah, PTSD.
Like, PTSD. I'm up my hands.
Started. It's that fucking picture of the soldier. It's that picture with the soldier just staring at the camera.
Bro, why did Cat look so like Cat looked like he was gonna do something, but they didn't do shit. Like he looked like he was about to get active, but he didn't do anything.
He knows what to do.
Yeah, he knows he's not doing anything. Man.
He's not doing anything.
He's like, come on, guys.
Come on, guys.
Yeah, we got some more topics. We're witnessing another GOAT, honestly.
A bother. Will Jokic win a bother MVP? A brother.
A bother.
My man's a brother. He's
No.
basically playing like a brother down there, about to win 3 MVPs.
No, he's not.
Facts.
He's never gonna win the MVP ever again. That's kidding. No, I think right now, especially like, it's crazy what he could do. It's like Jamal Murray goes down, and it's like doesn't matter. He just picks up the slack. Like
He's averaging better numbers than he has in his 2 MVP
yeah,
seasons.
like
Bro, it's ridiculous, man. Like
he's just
How?
going insane. If and he's still getting the W. So I'm like, I think Luka's having a great season, but right now it's like, if Yo keeps this up, he's gonna win another one.
And they
like
have
Well,
one of
they
the
allow
best
him to
records
go.
in the league too. It's not even like, oh, they're kind of coasting. No, they're still dominating the league.
Yeah,
Mm.
I think they'll have to now, especially not getting into him last year.
yeah, for sure, and winning a championship. But like Luka's better for narrative wise. Oh, first year he's gonna take over the league. First year winning MVP, and they're actually a good team. But the way that Jokic is like blocking these guys from getting MVP because he's so consistent year in and year out and just having a better season. I feel like if he didn't win a championship last year, we wouldn't be having this conversation. It'd be, oh, you got to win a championship and then we can put you back into being the best player in the world type of thing. But since he's won a championship coming off that last year, it's still can be consistent. Getting robbed from Embiid, I think they'll have to give it to him if he keeps this up because he's just that guy. And if he wins a third MVP and they like maybe another championship, is he a top 10 player of all time?
Top 15, top 20.
I don't think
He's definitely entering that conversation. Now you got to put him with like Wilt. You got to put him with, even maybe,
Shaq.
I mean, Kareem might be a little too early, but definitely Shaq.
Hakeem is like a good range.
David Robinson.
3-time
after
MVP,
2 chips,
2-time champion, 2-time finals
Olajuwon,
MVP.
Hassan. He'll be inside Olajuwon's range, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's like
if
11.
That happens. If
11,
that happens.
10, 9, somewhere like that.
Well, what do you
Really
guys value
something
more,
big.
the chips or the MVPs?
I mean, they're both valuable.
How
though.
is your
Like,
you have to
Yeah,
check how your list is
because- but
constructed.
When
You
it
have to
comes
check-
to like Hakeem and Shaq, like they have more chips but less MVPs. You get me?
Well,
But you have to
Jokic
take
is not
into
like done with
context,
his
too.
career. He's in the process.
Yeah.
If he gets
Well,
another
yeah,
one
that's
already,
true.
though, like he's only gonna add to it. That we just know that's what he has so far.
yeah.
I get that, but I'm just saying, like, I don't think that. I mean, maybe I don't know. Getting another MVP and another chip would like definitely like catapult him pretty high, but I wouldn't say just after the 2 chips and 3 MVPs.
I mean,
that he-
Olajuwon only had 2 chips. I don't know if Will Chamberlain ever even won one. To be honest, he might have
He has
He
actually.
has one.
1 or 2, but he's mostly known for his statistical. Bill Russell, all he has is chips. And then we get it.
Yeah, that's
Obviously,
true.
and then the other guys, it's the that's when we get into Larry Bird, Magic. He's probably not there yet, but David Robinson, I think he has more, if not the same amount. Well, he would, I guess. Maybe Tim
Yeah,
Duncan
actually,
even.
I have a question.
That's true. If I'm thinking about 10 people, I think
I have a question.
He's like at that bottom, entering in
yeah.
there, maybe not
Yeah,
quite.
15,
But
20.
Here's a player's name, and then tell me if he's gonna either
I'll say
surpass or either meet that level of player. Kevin Durant. If that happens,
If he wins another one, no, he won't pass.
if
Kevin
he
Durant.
goes down the path, he wins his 3rd MVP and 2nd chip. Does he get to that name or does he not get there yet? Because in my list, KD is like that
I don't
echelon
know,
of
man.
10 to like 14 area or 9 to 14, whatever or wherever I'm gonna put him. Does Jokic get up to your guys'? I don't know, wherever you
Yeah.
guys list them.
3
he
MVPs.
probably would at
Yeah,
the end of his
100%.
career. He probably would, but like I'd have to just his statistics would have to pile up, like because
Which they
KD's
do.
been in the league for so long. It would be like
I
I'd have to wait on it, but he probably would when it's all said and done.
Because you're
Assuming
thinking
KD
like
never won.
KD was off rip already like that, and then
Yeah.
Jokic took a few years to get there. In your
Yeah.
in your opinion, I see that exact example.
Because if Jokic falls off for whatever reason, like then it just changes the whole thing. But
No, but 3 MVPs and 2 chips.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. Like, because
still, I'm saying compared to KD though, like KD,
yeah,
2 chips,
when we talking
2 chips,
about
2
KD,
finals MVPs, 1 MVP.
I'm not-
and then
MVP
He's
trophy.
does he have 1 MVP or 2?
Yeah,
KD.
I'm
He has
not-
1.
1.
he only has 1.
He has 1.
I honestly, I would say it puts him higher than KD. Like, if he's averaging these stats and has those accolades, because we see
it's tough.
like KD's had a rocky career. He's
Kobe
always-
has 1 MVP, and we put him top 5. So
Yeah,
I don't know if
Kobe's
MVP is the
different, though.
best.
That's
I don't
Kobe's
know.
different. He has 5 chips.
You know
Yeah,
what I
I
saw
mean-
with KD today? Some stat that said he's entering his 15th season, averaging 25 plus. That's like insane, dude.
He's
Yeah.
That's another.
If he
That's like
if
you
he
think
never
about
got hurt-
LeBron consist. Yeah.
If he never got hurt,
Like,
he'd be
that's
on
another-
pace to
that's
be
a
the
good
best
level of
scorer of all
consistency.
time. I personally think he's the best scorer ever, like from because because of how tall he is, the way he can score on every level.
actual like ability. Like if you put him anytime, he's just gonna be the best scorer of all time.
Yeah, but Jokic.
I think Michael Jordan's still the best scorer of all time.
Nah, bro. Nah, this nigga KD would average like 50 in the 80s.
Jordan's there? No,
my boy Killian Hayes is the best scorer.
Who's blocking him? Who's stopping
Michael Jordan? Michael Jordan's blocking.
They'll just be more physical. You can hand check him, and we saw what physicality does.
What about
to Kevin
Shaq?
Durant.
How's anyone's like stopping Shaq then, Hassan? If it's like
nobody's stopping Shaq in any era.
Yeah.
So
no one's stopping anyone in this era or our era or past era. It's just the great players will just find a way to make it work. Like that's all it is.
All the great players would. But yeah,
maybe someone to like mid-tier, like Jordan
in that time, man.
If Jordan Poole played in the 50s though, like he could probably.
Okay, even like the 70s at least. The 50s is
insane. Just think about KD's skill set. Like they couldn't, if they couldn't play zone, they had to play man-to-man defense every time. They couldn't double team. Like KD would just be torching this.
No, but you can hand check every single time. You can hand check and hit him.
Bro, that don't matter.
Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah, but KD's not a pussy, bro. Like KD's not a pussy.
No, he is.
Yeah,
the only way you beat him
like
crazy physicality.
Like,
bro, he'll do it.
Obviously he'll score, but he just won't.
He would get benched for shooting 2 threes in a row. Like
Black Magic, bench.
They'd be like, "Hey, what the fuck? You're 7 feet tall. Get in the post." That's what I'm gonna tell him. I'm just gonna be like, "What are you doing?"
Imagine Wembanyama doing like tween crossovers in the 70s.
The only stretch forwards were European.
Yeah, they would be like, "What are you
just
doing?"
Just imagine if Jokic won MVP last year and would win it this year, 4 in a row.
He should have, bro, but it didn't happen.
Nah, I think I started getting mad because LeBron should have.
You need someone with personality and who actually talks to the
dog.
guys.
He does have personality. His personality is that he doesn't care about basketball.
Yeah. And he's better than like 99.9% of the league, Hassan. Think about that. He doesn't care, and he's already like the best.
He's not even stressed. No pressure. Sometimes that's his better.
This is only basketball. It's no big deal.
Yeah, you can tell Luka's going hard every night.
Luka plays year round, bro. He plays in Slovenia for the year and comes back and dominates the NBA.
Hey, if the Timberwolves keep playing nice, hey, Anthony Edwards, man. I don't know. He got the personality like you want.
Yeah, he'd be perfect face for the
league.
Ant
could be the face of the league. He's hilarious too.
Ja, if he stops going on IG Live, you know.
Yeah, you got to delete
he was doing with the
Instagram
and like that trick and the gritty and everything. That was pretty fun.
He could have been an MVP candidate if he didn't like get caught up in that bullshit. Because he
was a good era. That was a good
box office. Like Steven
A. Yeah, box office for sure.
And the team was always good. Like he would got the respect, you know.
Yeah.
I feel like hopefully he can revitalize his but
yeah, I think
he's not
after a few years. If he stays normal and he plays well for a few years, I feel like after a little bit they'll just be like,
I mean he has to at this point. It's losing way too much money, man.
I think he'll be fine. It's just if the media will still vote for him and shit. Really,
he'd have to.
I think it's gonna take some years.
Years, you think? I think 1 year would do it.
Nah, 1 year.
I don't think one's gonna do it.
I think if
it's very forgive and forget nowadays. It's like, okay, all right, let's go.
I mean, obviously, if you're playing at a high level, then it's forgive and forget. High level, and you're staying away from all the nonsense for a year. I think you'd be okay going into next season. Like Miles Bridges just played today. He got a standing ovation, bro. And what he did was way worse than freaking John Moran.
That's horrible. Dude.
Like, no way he got a standing ovation.
That's lying. So crazy, dude.
I swear to God,
they should have had the police outside the arena just handcuffing everybody coming out.
Everyone who clapped should get like put on the sex offenders list or something.
Everyone who stood up.
Man,
they should go write down names like, I got you, I see you.
I didn't think he was going to come back so
all
fast.
His teammates ready to go too, man.
I didn't think he was going to come back so fast.
John Moran will be fine.
What do you mean come back? He had 10-game suspension.
Yeah, no, but that's true, huh?
Yeah,
I forgot he was just suspended normally. I thought he was still like indefinitely.
Oh no,
shadow ban? You thought he was like Shadow Realm?
No, because for a while he was just indefinitely like when everything was going on.
Yeah, he was. But last year he played. It was a 30-game suspension, but he got 20 games off last year and 10 this year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think Jokic's gonna win this year again, or him or Luka?
I mean, right now he definitely got a case, so maybe.
I'd say yes. Early. It's been like 10 games. I'm gonna say yes. If I had to choose, I'd say yes. I'd lock it in for Jokic now.
Lock it in.
Here. I'd lock it in too, just because of him winning the chip last year, him getting robbed from the Embiid thing, and then him still doing what he's been doing for the past couple of years, and no one being better than him just solidifies it. Top record too, so
Yeah.
All right,
And
so
with his all-star teammate down, not all-star, with his co-star.
Never will be an all-star. Never will be one.
Oh, but in the playoffs, he's different, Hassan. You got to see this man.
Yeah, he is. He's good. He's a good player. Just
Crazy.
not an
Nah, he could
all-star
be an
caliber
all-star.
player.
He won't
Nah.
be an all-star because he's like, the season doesn't do him
Oh,
good.
yeah,
but
but
when those
it's
playoffs
also
turn up,
the-
it's insane. Like he's
Yeah.
literally like, like, dude, he's crazy.
Yeah, he's
Now,
good.
if he
He's
would
a
have
good
averaged
player.
like 24 in their first seed or something, he'd be an all-star.
Well, like a
But
Chris
so
Middleton.
many people,
or-
so many
no, you
people
still wouldn't
average
get
more
it, Omari,
points
because
nowadays.
Chris
He's
Middleton
not
averaged
passing
like
out a
21
Kyrie
in-
Irving,
in
bro.
the-
Like he's not
Yeah.
passing out a
but
Kyrie.
they would end up putting him in.
Like if Ja was playing, he wouldn't
If they
pass
were the
Ja.
first
He
seed,
wouldn't pass
was
Kyrie.
averaging 24.
You wouldn't pass SGA, Luca, Steph. Like
Too much
I
talent,
guess
bro.
I don't know.
De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah,
Yeah,
De'Aaron Fox
yeah.
is damn near 30 points per game now. Like it's insane, bro.
Yeah, the West is super stacked. I think he would
The
deserve
league.
it.
he would deserve it, but he's not in the East.
But no,
so.
it's just the West is way more stacked than the East. Like he would make it easily in the East.
That's the only reason.
Everybody's
why.
coming over here, bro. Leave.
Yeah.
At least
You
Dan
know,
left.
as we're going live right now, the Clippers are in a heated battle with the
I'm
Houston
watching right now.
Rockets.
They
I
lose
just had to
again.
share this quote that I found.
I saw that, dude. That shit is so stupid.
KG was asking him, what is
Um,
he gonna do? What is he gonna do as a coach? He's like, nah, he's just there for James Harden. It's like, all he's gonna do is checking on James. Like,
Bring
James,
back
you good?
Harden.
He's like, what are they gonna call him, Coach Baby? He's like, no,
That's
nah, just little baby.
Coach
Baby's
Baby.
crazy, dude.
on
Like,
James.
that shit would be so funny though.
Oh man,
He's just like a caretaker. He's just James Harden's caretaker.
I've been watching the game. It doesn't seem like it's James Harden's fault. The team just doesn't look good.
Of course it's not. You're watching the game. Let me relax.
But
It is Harden's fault, bro. He stinks.
Hey, what we could do here
Hassan,
is,
what happened to his Hassan? What happened to his 10 assist season, 11 assist season?
well, he's only played 6 games in the season, so
What does he average? Like 4?
assists.
I'm gonna throw this, but we could talk about the what's going on, with the team recently, because it's a play-by-play. I'm not gonna illegally show anything.
Yeah.
But I don't know. The James Harden era started off pretty rough as Paul George misses a shot. James Harden offensive rebound.
Missed shot.
Missed shot. Yeah.
Broadcast
So
color.
Missing putbacks.
I don't know what to think of this. The fit is not good. I mean, they still got a lot of time to figure things out, but not winning a game is a lot worse than I anticipated. I didn't expect them to just get into it and start gelling immediately, especially with the players they had. I didn't even think it would fit to begin with. But 0-5, going on to 0-6 potentially right now is not what you wanted to see. I don't really know where this team goes from here. Obviously, they're not making any trades outside of, they just signed Daniel Tice off free agency today because of Mason Plumlee's injury. But, I don't know. Where do you guys think this team goes? Like, where?
They're losing to a contending team like the Rockets. So, I mean, that's not bad. So, like,
6-3.
Bro, be real. They lost to the
That's so
one-win Memphis Grizzlies.
These niggas just choked in the last 1 second.
But Westbrook coming off the bench is the first good act. Him being selfless and actually telling the coach that he wants to come off the bench is great for them.
Nah, he played like ass.
Sorry.
But I mean, like we said, there's only one basketball. You can't have all 4 of them at the same time. So I feel like him coming off the bench is a great starting point for them, because then you'll get continuity with the starting lineup. And Terrence Mann should be starting in this roster because he's just a better fit. So we'll see if they win today. But moving forward, definitely you want to have Westbrook off the bench and scoring or giving energy from the bench standpoint. So is he even finishing the game right now? I don't even think he's in.
No, it's
on
Norman
the
Powell.
court, George Leonard, Zubac,
Great.
Harden, Norman Powell.
That's good.
He actually moved to the bench
Harden's
too,
playing well.
which is good. Normally,
today.
he would just get moved and be okay with it. The fact that he asked him to come off the bench tells me he's willing to sacrifice. Tells me he's willing to do whatever it takes to win. I don't know if James Harden's the same way. I don't know. Maybe it's because James Harden was stubborn about doing things a certain way, or maybe just making it easier for him. I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and speculate. The point is, though, there's going to have to be a lot of changes done with the team. And, it's going to come from the lineup, playing time, who you play together, how you close games. Someone's going to have to, swallow their pride and maybe not finish a game out. Obviously not Kawhi and Paul George, but either Harden or Westbrook, depending on who you're playing. Like, you just got to be okay with maybe getting benched in the fourth quarter, just because that might be what the matchup dictates. And I just don't know if that's going to be the case, if they're going to be okay with that, but we'll see.
I actually see this as like a win-win for Westbrook because you look like a selfless player coming off the bench, and if you're winning, you give Westbrook credit. But if they're losing, you can blame James Harden and say, it's not Westbrook's fault, and he looks like a good guy at the end of the day too. So it's a smart decision from a business standpoint as well.
Yeah.
Hey, Hassan.
Bro's PR team said, "Hey, Russ, craziest thing you should do this morning: go in there and say, I'm cool with coming off the bench,
right?
Off the bench."
And this is after like he did that Thanksgiving thing, giving free food out. It's a good guy.
Why do people paint him as a bad dude, bro? He's always been like cool.
No,
family
he's
man.
not a bad dude.
No one paints him
as a bad dude.
Bro, media's always out to get
He's
this
just bad at
vampire, bro. They're out to call him a vampire, bro. It's crazy.
No, it's just people like he's bad at basketball, so they try to like equate it to his real life personality. Like, you know what I mean? That has nothing to do with it.
You know, whenever I see whenever I see the Westbrook slander, I always like in like a few slides later on social media, I see Draymond going, that man's name is Westbrook. That man's name is Westbrook, not Westbrook. He's got a family, and like
he doesn't even defend his teammates like that, bro. That's crazy.
Just go out there, have fun, play to win. I don't care if we win or lose.
This is so crazy.
LeBron
said, "Win or lose, go out, have fun." LeBron said,
"Win, lose, or draw." LeBron said,
"Yeah, what?
What the hell, nigga?"
Do you think do you think this would have helped this mentality if he was on the Lakers, or you still think it would have been a bad fit?
I'm biased. I love Westbrook.
No, the fit would have been bad. We need shooting desperately.
Yeah, but
I feel like it's tie game.
29 seconds left.
Hassan, look at Jalen Green's field goal. Where is? Oh, they just took him out for defense. Look at that.
Smart.
When he comes back in for offense, take a look at his field goal. I want you to see.
Hey, Freddie's been doing this thing in Houston. Diamond up.
They've all have. I think Ime Udoka is a big reason as to why they're winning games now. They have a competent coach that's actually good at coaching, and he definitely deserves to be a head coach in the league. And
man, the Steven Silas era was definitely
so bad.
The eras of all time in Houston Rockets history.
Yeah,
one of them for sure.
Bad. They didn't look like they're developing or had any sense of direction. They're just like playing Jordan pool ball.
Man, remember when like Christian Wood and KPJ left at halftime or whatever? Like, what even happened?
That's just so crazy, dude.
I'm like, what happened? What did they?
Dude, they like started the game and then they didn't play in the second half. Like they weren't in the arena. That was the weirdest thing ever.
Off, dude. Like, oh my god,
you think
when I seen
the
report,
what happened? KPJ. I mean,
no,
bro. If he comes back from these allegations, worse, oh my god, bro, that's like bigger than 28-3 in the Super Bowl, bro.
That's even worse.
Where's allegations are crazy.
I mean, Miles is good enough to play basketball at a high level, so Hornets are smart to keep him. Plus, they don't have to pay him much. He was about to get a max.
I don't know, man. It's tough, man. It's tough. Like, it really depends. I think the thing with Miles is there was no like legal action taken. Like they arrested him, but like he got released after paying a fine or whatever. So people kind of swept there. I don't know if KPJ actually has some legal action taken against him, like a restraining order or something. Then it might be too far. So we'll see. I mean, Josh Primo, got a contract. Like we said, the Clippers tried to sign his ass. So who knows?
Yeah, he's on a 2A right now, I think.
I think they waived him.
Yeah, he might be on a 2A. I think Hassan's right.
Yeah, they re-signed him. I think Omari.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, the flashing dude. I'm just kidding. I know.
Yeah, him.
Flash.
They got to start having domestic violence and sexual harassment clauses in all the contracts.
Yeah. Well, like I told you, they don't care as long as the bottom line's fitting for the NBA. They don't care, man, or any sport.
They were saying the Celtics would have been champions if Ime Udoka just could have kept it in his pants.
Man, that's insane.
Really would have.
That clip, that like phrase is insane.
I mean, you see the coaching job he's doing right now. Oh, look at Harden right there.
Clutch! Oh my God, Harden!
James Harden 3.
Bang!
Hey, they might win. We might be witnessing the first win of the James Harden era live. 3-7 Clippers might be
not my Rockets, bro. Not my Rockets.
Yeah, man.
We're about to get all the credit. What?
I want to see this 3. I want to see if it's on Twitter.
It probably already is on Twitter.
Yeah, I want to see if I can pull it up.
6 seconds left.
There's got to be some Harden Glazers.
Oh, shooting foul.
And 1.
Oh, it's over.
And 1 3. No way.
Play. Woo, let's go.
No, they got
back. Look at him. Look at him. Gabe.
I want to see if he flopped. I want to see this play right now. I want to pull it up.
Hey, Bez, earlier in the game when I was watching, I saw Harden do the hook thing and they called the offensive foul. And the commentator was like, if you're a Houston fan back in the day, you'd love to see it, but now you're against it.
They called it on who did they call it on the other day? Jordan Poole. They called it on his ass too. He does that shit a lot. So, I've seen it called a lot this year.
NBA Central posted it. Bez, if you want to see the clutch 3, NBA Central posted it
already. Man, they was on top of this shit. I
NBA
went to the
6
NBA.
But it's gonna be like 720p. I think it's not gonna be crazy like HD.
It's all right.
It's a replay, so we can watch it.
The NFL. We won't get copyrighted for showing highlights.
No, crazy. Yeah. If it's on Twitter, there's no way I can't.
The whole thing got copyrighted.
Clippers.
Let's see this 3 he just hit.
Yeah, this is an in-season tournament game too.
It was an assist by Kawhi, so it's gonna be like
9 to shoot. Harden.
Step back.
That is a foul.
He flopped. He flopped.
His feet was in there.
Oh my goodness! Clippers.
They were so hyped.
All right, James. That's a vintage Harden step back.
They were so hyped.
He's him.
Definitely a vintage Harden step back. So yeah, they're probably gonna win, but still, they still stink. I'm gonna keep it at 4-7.
Oh,
it's a good win for them though.
The Rockets are a good team though, right?
It's a good win, quality win. I mean, they took it to the wire, but Rockets are a good team, so I'll give it to them. It's a good step in the right direction.
In-season tournament win too, but I guess they're eliminated statistically.
Well, we should talk about the in-season tournament. We haven't talked about it at all.
How do you feel about it?
I mean, it's still the seeding game, so it's not really tournament yet. We're still figuring out who's in, who's out. I think the Lakers have locked it up basically. I think if they still play Utah, and Utah lost today, so I think the Lakers might have locked it up.
We're
2 wild card spots can make it though, so we'll see.
Yeah,
that's really.
I think it's a good idea. I like I said, I like the court switch ups. Some of the jerseys are obviously terrible. Like the Toronto one is pretty bad, and the court. But I just like the change in pace for the NBA instead of having the same old stuff year in and year out. So I feel like it's a good change of pace, and then players are actually competing more. I see players shooting ball with 5 seconds left in the game and actually trying to get more points because the point differential thing matters.
Facts.
I saw that for the Spurs today. They did that. Were they versing today? They versed Kings. The Kings. They just chucked it forward and they made a layup.
The Thunder did that. They were blowing the Spurs maybe out, or one of the teams they're blowing out, and they just kept Shea in the game like with 4 minutes left.
I saw like 30 points and Dame in the game today too.
Yeah.
So at least the players care because 500K is a lot of money to anybody, but especially the guys that are like the 13 man on the team. Like I know Thanasis Antetokounmpo could use a 500K, bro. He might not be.
He doesn't. He's got his brother.
Probably pay him.
Half the Heat roster could use it, bro. The entire Heat team.
The entire Heat team.
They all got picked up off the street, bro.
Right.
Jimmy
Jamal Kane is playing for them. Jamal Kane, hello, who is that?
Who? Yeah, I think I don't care as much right now, but once they have the elimination games, it's going to be way better and better for the league. So I'll be too.
I like the games. I really, really like. They feel more enjoyable to watch. The only problem with me is the court. I don't care about anything else. The court has got some of the courts look pure AIDS. Like the red one today was atrocious. Yeah. Like, bro, I swear to God, it was making the players dumber. There was like sequences, but I don't know. In my opinion, I think maybe have a bigger incentive later on. I know it's the first time they're ever doing this, but 500K is good. But maybe for the bigger players, have a bigger incentive. I don't know what that might be. I know Halliburton was saying before it started, lock in a playoff slot. I don't know how that would work, but that would be like too high of an incentive, in my opinion. Something a little bit lower than that would be very good. But I feel like 500K, like, the people who are the 13th or whatever, bottom man. But I like the idea. I like the game so far. They seem really like cool.
Yeah, it is the first year, so we'll have to see how it plays out. I think it'll get better over time. Like the play-in games, it was a great idea. I think seeing those happen and seeing what happened with the Miami Heat last year, I think every team likes that, and I think we all like it too. So we got to see.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely
like the
am enjoying. I'm enjoying it because I'm still, like I said, I know it's still pool play, but I haven't even like researched how like everything works. But I do like that players seem to be playing more intense. Like, things a lot of games are getting heated, like we talked about earlier. But not even just the Draymond stuff, but the the AD and Grizzly stuff. Like, people have been getting in people's faces. So, I feel like it's keeping the heat alive. for the NBA.
Yeah, it's good. I feel like not many leagues can do what the NBA does in terms of like changing things up because of how big other leagues are or how small they are. I think the NBA is like in the perfect position with the amount of players that are on a team, owners, constant communication. So I think we'll be seeing more changes that help the league progress.
Can't wait for these
This one's
elimination games, bro. I'm gonna be hyped.
Same here.
Yeah,
And
December 4th, I believe the elimination games start. I was looking at it today. The commercials look cool, bro. They're all hype about it.
Yeah, it's going all the way.
I just don't like. I get it, like how people don't know, but when some of the athletes are like, man, I don't even know what that is, bro. You're playing. Come on, man. Like, don't at least like hype it up. Like,
I saw that.
It's just Bones Highland, bro. He's just
like,
like,
dude, the Damian Lillard's like, I don't even know what's going. Like, bro, like, just say it's cool, bro. It's good for the league.
Yeah, I mean, shoot.
Yeah, I feel like it'll get clearer once the elimination games start, like the actual brackets.
It's single game elimination, which is cool too. So it's like you lose, you're done.
Yeah, Lakers going all the way.
Lakers going all the way.
yeah,
you want to
Facts,
talk
they are.
about?
we're gonna win a championship and an in-season tournament.
Yeah,
We're gonna be the
AD
first to ever
dropping-
do it, right, Bez? First to ever do it.
Facts.
With AD dropping 9 points in a 40-year-old.
He actually dropped more than 9 today, so shut up. He actually dropped a little bit more than 9.
Yeah,
So I
we
don't
won
wanna hear
today. It's fine. We keep winning, bro. It's fine.
Does your center get 5 blocks in 3 quarters? No, I don't think so. So I don't want to hear it.
No, but I don't. My 40-year-old.
Your center chokes out Rudy Gobert. That's what he does. That's what your center does.
At least I got a killer on my team.
Yeah, LeBron James.
I don't know if
exist?
that's a good thing,
all
bro.
right, all right.
Right. What is he averaging now?
You know, LeBron James is like the leading for the clutch player of the year, Hassan.
LeBron his greatness.
Hassan, you know LeBron's
I
leading
mean,
like
what do we expect?
voting.
What do we expect, man? I've been trying to tell people he's not too old. I've been trying. Y'all was saying he was going to average 21 points. I said y'all was tripping. So far, I'm looking very correct. I don't think that. I think he can sustain this, but I don't think there'll be a chip team unless AD is even better than LeBron is right now, and LeBron is obviously outshining AD. At least overall, but AD's also been playing really. AD's been playing really good. Besides that one game, so I'm not gonna hate on him too much. He's had a really good year. I feel like everybody was quiet. He played like 6 games straight that were like 30 and 13 mad blocks, and then he had one bad game, and everyone was like, "Oh my god, here he goes again!" Like he's the worst. You know what I mean? So
he shouldn't be having 9 points.
He had a good game again today.
No, for real though. Like other star players, they have bad games. Like Jason Tatum, we dismiss it, but for AD, it's like it did.
Had like
oh my god, bro, stinks. Like
James had a bunch of bad games this year so far.
Yeah.
Well,
Tatum too. Tatum had like a 12-point game, and no one says nothing.
Who?
Yeah,
Tatum.
Yeah, that's what I said.
That's what Best said. Like I've seen it too. I'm like, bro, where's the treatment at, bro?
Yeah, so I'm like,
Isn't Tatum supposed to be the MVP lock?
Every Clippers player has a bad game too. Like every
the Lakers are starting to heat up. They're starting to like figure some things out. We're still missing Vanderbilt. We haven't even gotten to play with him yet. So I feel like
we're missing Jalen Hood-Schifino. We can't judge the team.
Oh my god!
I agree.
I feel like with things are starting to click, and D'Lo has been playing amazing. Cam Reddish, his defense has been good too. I feel like some people, when it comes to like people like D'Lo, like defense is a large percent just effort and like willingness. You know, like a lot of people just don't put in the effort and aren't willing to put their energy on the line and their body on the line to play some defense. And I feel like since
that's half our team, bro.
Yeah, I feel like since D'Lo has, the beginning of the season, he said that he wanted to put more energy in the defense. He has been, and he's also been playing a lot better offensively and playing smarter.
I don't see any improvement. He literally has done nothing.
No, he's definitely improved, especially when it comes to.
What do you think he's not improved in? What do you think he's not improved in?
So what defense?
Defense.
I don't see. He hasn't.
I see his effort is
trying.
Good.
He's trying, but it's not good. He's not good at it. He still sucks.
But still, like I said, like a lot of defense. Like we don't expect him to be like a lockdown, but he started off really hot, especially defensively. And I feel like it's like Curry. Like no one expects him to be a lockdown defender, but as long as he's trying out there, like he's not a complete negative on defense. So I think that him plus the emergence of Cam Reddish's defense. And we'll get Vanderbilt back soon. I feel like we're only going to be getting better.
I'm a little worried about the defense, to be honest. Without Vando, is pretty bad without AD on the court. We have to rely too heavily on him. And even then, he has some lapses defensively where he kind of just gives up shots. So I'm concerned about that. I don't know. I think we need more perimeter defenders. Cam Reddish has done a good job. So is Taurean Prince. But the guards, in terms of the guard position, neither D'Lo nor Austin, they get beat. Their main problem is not like on-ball defense. It's when they get screened, it's just over for them. They can't get back into play. They're basically out of the play. They're just too small and too weak to be able, or too small, weak, and slow to be able to get over the screen athletically like guys like Cam Reddish can, or bigger guards like DeJounte Murray. So I don't know, how you fix that. Like
Caruso.
Helping,
please.
Trade for him, or having Austin come off the bench is good for him because he's been playing a lot better since that happened. So I guess that can help a little, but still, like the guards on defense, one screen and it's like, okay, whatever matchup you want, go ahead, it's fine.
Yeah.
They're not going to be able to get over the screen, so we'll see what happens. But maybe they can improve. Maybe they trade for someone. We'll see.
Maybe Gabe will step up if you don't believe in him that much.
He's the one guy that could, but I fucking don't know.
Yeah, you definitely need defense. I think moving Austin Reeves onto the bench is the right direction too, them being a 6-man. But I was looking at LeBron's stats. He's averaging 26, 8, and 6 off 34 minutes a game, which is ridiculous at his age. I don't think
That's not ridiculous. 34 is not even that much.
LeBron.
that is.
LeBron.
He's 40, bro, isn't he? 40?
But it's
Well,
LeBron. You
yeah.
keep saying the
Usually-
age, but Hassan.
Last year he was
No.
playing
I know
like
who he
38
is.
minutes, dude. Like,
Yeah, and what happened? He got hurt and had a bad
that was
ankle.
last year.
He put his
LeBron
minutes
is
down.
healthy.
He can get hurt
LeBron is
anytime.
healthy.
the Grizzlies game, he
Every
didn't
single
play
year
the
now. If LeBron's healthy, he's gonna get hurt playing 35
He's
minutes a
not gonna
game,
get hurt.
averaging this, and AD not helping him as much in certain areas. So,
Bro, you can't just tell him to lose, to not play to lose. He's gonna want to win, bro. Like you understand
exactly,
that?
but just don't ask him to do as
LeBron,
much.
play 28 minutes, but
He's
we're gonna
not
lose.
going
But as
too
long as you're
hard.
under the 20
He knows
minutes,
what he's doing.
Okay, until he gets hurt, I'm gonna be
He
here.
knows what he's doing, man. It's
I'll be
LeBron.
here
Yeah,
with
he's
the
been a
fucking-
year in the league 20 plus years, bro. I'm sure he is well aware how much he can push himself at this point.
No, because he's been hurt for the past like 3
People
years.
say
and
no, like who LeBron is.
Well, let me see why.
Hey, bro.
I don't think so.
Ron, you can't play
I think-
because I can tell that your knee is sore.
I just think he has a higher percentage of getting hurt doing this much.
okay,
So,
that's why
I don't
we're
think so. 'Cause
podcasting.
he
And
always
we're not
gets
on
hurt
the
in
court,
playoffs.
Hassan.
Yeah, but I'm just going off of like past years.
Listen,
past few
he's
years.
in no homo. He has the best athletic body we've ever seen. On God. I know that sounded insane. But I said the warning.
Could have said
Crazy,
physique or
yeah.
something
Bro, he
like.
just looks for any moment. Like, it's
But
not
am I
even,
wrong though? No. Say
No,
am I
it's
wrong?
not
Yes
even
or
like-
no?
It's out of nowhere.
still
too.
get
It's
hurt.
like, no homo, I would suck LeBron.
But am I wrong?
Nah, bro.
Omar, you know what I'm
Nah.
saying though, right? You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, he's a genetic freak, man. He's
Exactly.
Okay,
He's
but
doing things that we've never seen before.
everyone gets old though. More. And
Yeah,
everyone-
I don't think that he's pushing himself so much that he last year he was pushing himself mad hard. He's averaging 30 points on 38 minutes. Like he was
Yeah.
leading the whole team. Right now he's still at least getting some help from his teammates. And I also think that he's playing less minutes and he's not going as hard and they're still doing okay. You know, he sat the whole fourth in the Grizzlies game. You know, it's been a minute since he was able to do that. So
We need more
it's the
blowouts.
Memphis Grizzlies. They suck.
They beat
yeah,
the
but that's the point. Like you're supposed to beat those type of teams. You're supposed to beat so badly so that you can rest in the fourth. Like
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
yeah,
And they
understand.
did that. That's a sign of a good team. Like
I just
some
think,
teams will just play down to their competition. You know.
We did
And,
that
you know,
today though, so
Yeah,
I'm gonna
but-
be honest.
He played.
We're not
well.
We'll be
talking
up
about that.
consistently by 10 or 11.
It's
or 9
actually
or
not the
something.
first time. We played these guys before too, and the same shit happened where it was just a close game until the end, and then we finally start to try, but it was like unnecessarily close for whatever reason.
Yeah, like we have to chip teams and contenders will steamroll bad teams. You know.
Yeah.
So that their people can rest. And I know we didn't do it tonight, but seeing it against the Grizzlies, seeing that we have the potential to be able to, I think that they'll be in a good spot.
Yeah, I don't think so because that's the only team we did it against. The other teams that we should have done it against, we didn't do it. We've blown leads. We've kept teams
It's
in
only
it.
been 10 games.
I think the Lakers play down / up to their competition. So every night is drama. Every night is going to be close just because that's the Lakers. You know, I don't know. Maybe they can figure it out. I'm not saying they're never going to have blowouts, but I don't see that being like a consistent thing. unless, all the guys start to finally click like we thought. But until then, as things stand, I see every game pretty much being a nail biter.
I think
Lakers
it's
fans
only
be
been
like-
10 games, and I wouldn't want to. I think that they'll get the groove going and improve.
Say that about every team then, if that's how you
Yeah.
feel big games.
I'm with Bez
Nah,
on
that's
this one.
different.
I think every game's gonna be like close, even if they're worse or better than us. I think it's always gonna be close. Either we win or we lose. It's gonna be like depending on the night. Because we'll lose to bad teams and we'll lose to good teams. But it'll be like close.
Yeah, I think a trade for Caruso is gonna happen. You guys are probably the favorite to get him, I think.
Who do you think is
Come
involved
home,
in that
baby.
trade, Hassan? Who do you think
Huh?
would be involved? Who do you
Gabe
think would
Vincent.
be involved?
Yeah,
Vincent.
Gabe will definitely be one of the guys. That's
Gabe
going.
is out of here.
Yeah, Gabe's gone.
Gabe,
And then Max
probably
Christian.
a couple picks,
Oh,
second rounders too.
oh,
You
yeah,
can
get
trade
rid
a
of
bunch
him.
second rounders
I'm done.
for him. Max.
No, I like Max, but like for Caruso, I'll do it.
Yeah, especially right now
Caruso
with
got
the-
legacy. He's a Laker legacy. He counts.
I've seen some tweets about like if once LeBron's done and you guys have AD as a guy that they should trade him. What do you guys think about?
Huh?
No, I just think we should trade
Trade
for another
for
guy.
AD.
Yeah, we just need to trade for somebody else.
Like we trade for someone with AD, and I think that would be fine. Or sign someone. Anthony Edwards, whoever is a free agent at that point in a year or two. I don't know.
Yeah, everyone loves
Someone's
to
going to be
tell it.
disgruntled.
Right.
Someone's going to be upset. Yeah, I don't know who. I mean,
Yeah.
my
There will be
man's
some
like-
requesters.
Right. I
Hey,
think
if
that's
Jason
how
Tatum, if Jason Tatum ever wants to come wear
He's not
the
leaving.
purple and gold, he's welcome.
He'll
He's
never
not
leave.
leaving.
Yeah,
If he ever wants to switch it up for
Especially
purple
with
and
that money
gold,
he's
you know
about to
he's a
get.
Kobe D writer. Have you seen the message? Remember he texted the message?
Yeah.
No, for real. I'm gonna give you some names though. I'm gonna tell you some frustrated NBA players that's gonna be Lakers. Maybe bring back Brandon Ingram. Maybe bro might not be happy in New Orleans. They got to figure some stuff out too. We could talk about
I'm
them.
not happy in New Orleans.
They stink. They're not
Zion's
good.
not happy
They just
either.
beat the Nuggets.
Yeah.
I mean, they did beat the
Okay.
Nuggets today, but they've been losing some bad games. They have a negative point differential. They can't stay healthy either. Like Jose
need to get rid of
Alvarado,
CJ, bro.
I forgot he was in the NBA till this morning.
Oh god.
Yeah, I think Zion said he was disgruntled too about his role on the team.
Come to LA, buddy.
What you mean? And I don't get that because, like, bro, you haven't played like half your career.
How can
what are
you be upset?
disgruntled about?
Yeah, right. About your
What are you
role.
upset about, Zion? What do you not like?
Maybe this helps you stay on the court and you can play it longer.
Right. They're trying to make sure, they're trying to build a team around you. They got some good, like some of the young guys have been playing really well this year. Dyson Daniels and Jordan Hawkins, two names. Trey Murphy's going to come back too soon. So,
Yeah.
they're going to have some help, but it's just, I don't know. I don't know if it's the
What's this
coaching.
team
It's the
stacked right
injury.
now?
Yeah, I don't know.
There's gonna be some good teams that don't perform.
The Warriors
Or
might
that
be one
don't
of them.
make it. Yeah, right.
Actually, let's
That's
talk
the
about another one of these teams, the Suns, because of their injury. They've already had Bradley Beal. He got the Ben Simmons back syndrome where he, whatever happened to him happened to Bradley Beal. They can't stay healthy. Booker's been in and out the lineup. Bradley Beal played 3 games. Now he's gone for 3 more weeks. KD has been the healthiest one here, and that's the person we least expect to stay healthy. He's the oldest one. He's had injury history. And, like, what if he gets hurt? So I'm a little concerned about this team. Obviously, the talent's there. That's not the issue. It's really just staying healthy. I mean, it's already looking pretty grim. I don't really know how I feel. They're not going to have continuity if these guys keep staying out,
Yeah, I agree with you. The continuity is the biggest part. I feel like with Brad being out for 3 weeks and them barely playing games and being in it because of how good Kevin Durant is, and them not – everyone's been playing with KD, but everyone hasn't been playing with Book or Beal, and we need all 3 of them to see what this team can do. But the continuity factor, you need to build at least like 40, 50 games with each other and have a ramp up into the playoffs to actually have a chance against the teams in the West, because these guys are all too good. And I feel like they're beatable right now. When coming into the season, I felt like, they're going to be one of the anchors at the top of the West, and that if everyone stays healthy, no team can really beat this team offensively. Even they're saying, "Oh, who can guard all 3 of us?" We haven't seen all 3 of you on the court.
We don't know. We don't know.
Yeah, so their
The injury
chances of
report.
winning it this year just keep going down, down, and down, like every week because I don't think KD's going to play all 82 either, and he hasn't missed a game yet. And so when Brad comes back, is KD going to rest, and like what's going to happen? Is Book going to rest? We have to see all 3 of them, and it might be like the Nets 2.0. And the Nets had way more talented players at the time, with Kyrie being at his prime and Harden coming off of his prime. So We'll see.
I hate it because I really liked the team going into the season. Obviously, there were still questions, but I was excited just to see them play offensively. You know what I mean? Like it's just I feel like it would have worked better than the Nets because I think they complement each other better and they're a little more selfless than those Nets players were. But it's just unfortunate. We just haven't been able to see them on the court together at all. It's been how many? What is like 12 games almost, and we still haven't debuted. They pump faked us a few days ago where Bradley Beal was about to come in, and then he just got ruled out last second, like crazy.
Yeah, now he's out for another 3 weeks. Like what the hell happened in that time to get out for another 3 weeks with the back thing?
I think
woke up and sat up too fast. His back got cooked.
Crazy. Yeah.
I think Hassan. I think the trio will be fine once this 3 weeks kicks is done. Hopefully KD and Book are still healthy in those 3 weeks to play with Bradley Beal. But I think the trio is gonna work. I like what Booker does as like more of a facilitator nowadays. Just today he dropped 15 assists, which is actually insane. That's his career high. I'm not saying he's gonna average that. I'm saying, in my opinion, he could average from 7 to 8 range, being the primary facilitator. He's shown it before like Chris Paul era, and now he's gonna do it again. I like what I see from KD. KD's actually been playing like really, really, really good carrying this team. I know it's not like too much carrying going on, but because your second and third player are not on the court with you. But I think once the team actually hits their big three, I think it's gonna be really scary because, like you said, 40 to 50 games is all you need, and then you can go into the playoffs confident.
I don't even think Beal's gonna play 50 games.
You think? Not 50
this year?
I mean, it's already been 10 games. He's played like 3? It's gonna be tough.
Yeah.
He's missing 3 more weeks.
At least that's like at least 12 games.
If they play the second half a lot together, that should be good for the season. And
I think John Moran will be back when Beal's like gonna be reevaluated.
Yeah, but it's I feel like Beal's gonna come back, and then he'll probably play. Even if he does play for a little bit, he'll probably just get hurt again. Like I
KD and Booker should
even if he doesn't get hurt again, they're gonna like sit him just to make sure he doesn't re-injure his shit. Like he's gonna definitely rest a lot.
20-minute games.
I think KD and Booker will still carry this team above water to keep them into playoff contention. But the real question is, Beal though. Yeah. Well, he's too much of an uncertainty right now. I think, hey man, hopefully he comes back. We see the big three, but it is looking unlikely to play a lot of games together.
I feel like it doesn't matter if he's healthy when come playoff time because you need that continuity with the team to really beat these other good teams. Like I don't see him beating a top echelon team like the Nuggets fully healthy because they've already had that continuity for years, and you guys are just coming on to the court playing a couple games. It's not going to work just off sheer talent. You also obviously need team play to compete with these dudes. So I'm losing 8 games
last year with KD.
Huh?
It's like the last year that KD had 8 games to gear up for the playoffs.
Exactly, and then him and Booker did the most that they could off sheer talent. They could only win 2 games, like
because of Booker.
Kevin Durant had good games too. Efficiently was terrible, but he still had good enough games.
Yeah, so I don't know, man, but we'll have to wait on that to see what they do.
Yeah.
I mean that's it for the NBA. We can talk about NFL games that are coming up if we want to do that.
Yeah. Oh, we should. You want to talk about some guys that are doing good in the NBA? I feel like we should prop up some dudes that are playing pretty well right now.
Yeah, go ahead. If you want to shout someone out, go ahead.
Yeah. Or playing pretty bad. Jordan Poole Omari.
Oh no,
I think we already talked about it.
He doesn't even deserve the mention, dude. Like he's barely an NBA
Melo's
player.
been playing pretty well recently. The team sucks, but the human highlight man still can
he's still doing
points a game.
Bro, still Instagram demon.
Yeah, right. So he's finally found his mojo back. I mean, if the team picks it up, he can potentially become an all-star this year.
I'm gonna shout out Scotty Barnes. I've talked about him before, but he's kind of just taking the mantle of the best player on that team pretty comfortably. I think where you're comfortable trading Siakam if you feel like you want to like really blow it up, or OG. Before it was kind of like, oh, we don't really know, but now you know that Scotty's the guy. They were kind of debating whether to trade him for KD, if you remember, on the Nets. Like that was a thing, and they were like, we want to keep him. But I think Scotty solidified that he's the future. He's going to be the best player on the team. He looks like he could be future All-Star, All-NBA player. So yeah, I like what he's done. I just the Raptors, I didn't see him being very good this year, but they surprised me, and a lot of it is because how well he's played. Yeah. Especially last year, he kind of had like a sophomore slump. The shooting wasn't as good. This year, he's coming out super hot, shooting real well.
Yeah, I think it's the coaching too that has a reason to be a part of it.
Yeah. Drake was on the
Commentator booth.
on a commentator today, and he was like, "Who the fuck is that? That's not Nick Nurse." I was like, like, bro,
He's only there for the image.
he's funny, bro. He's funny. He was definitely a little off the alky, you know what I'm saying? Like on courtside, sipping on something. That's crazy.
I have another player.
love, though.
I have another player to mention. I think De'Aaron Fox stepped up from what he has been last year. He's been injured a little bit, but dude's averaging 32 points so far in the season. So I think that deserves some praise. Going into the next couple of games, he's doing pretty good. He's doing better than last year so far. So let's see if he can keep that 30-point per game average going.
We'll see.
It's crazy.
It is, but I mean that's today's NBA.
Shout out to Tyrese Halliburton too. We talked about Maxey. Shout out to Halliburton. He's, we talked about him a little bit with the Pacers before, but he's a system in and of itself.
Yeah, not a system player.
He's actually a system.
Shout out to Bam. Shout out to Bam too. We talked about him a little bit. He's actually, we were bashing him like, going into the playoffs last year. He's never aggressive offensively. He did that last year in the playoffs, and he's continuing to do that at the beginning of this year. So shout out to Bam, man. It's they really need that. That's a big reason why they're on a 7-game win streak, even without Tyler Heroes, because Bam's really got aggressive.
He may be an all-star this year.
He definitely will be. He's definitely the Pete's best player right now. I can confidently say that because you got to take into account what he does defensively too. And he's taking a lot of those mid-range jumpers now. Like he's comfortably. A lot of times in the past, he'd kind of like be hesitant, dribble handoff, give it to Jimmy. Just stand around at the top of the key like Sabonis did, but in that playoff series. But this year, he's actually taking those jumpers and he's making them. So part of the reason why he's been real good.
Good for him. Finally,
I have another player.
Aggressive. Who?
LaMelo Ball. Dude's been absolutely stuffing the
Hassan said him.
Yeah, I said that already.
That definitely said him.
Yeah.
I didn't hear.
You got to lock in on the podcast, bro.
Dude, I want to.
No, it wasn't the first person. Was it?
It was the first person.
Yeah, it was the first person, right?
You know what he's putting up, Huss? Today he had 37, 5-5, before 28, 6-11, before 32, 7-6, before 25, 6-6, and then 34, 4-7, 30, 10-13, bro. This dude's hooping.
Yeah, he's getting his mojo back.
Light day.
Yeah, light day for him.
Light day for the gangy.
Little calm triple-double,
He's a human highlight to me now.
Dude, he's nice, bro.
Yeah.
People were forgetting about him, bro. People were forgetting about him.
He's taking some games, and he might be an all-star this year.
Remember what I was saying? I'm on the LaMelo hype train.
Yeah.
Sticking with my boy.
Yeah. Any love, Omari, or hate?
I'm not even gonna ruin my night talking about these bums that I don't like right now.
Yeah, we got to show on the hate.
Bez, we should talk about Gabe Vincent.
I'm trying to think about who's been impressive.
Jalen's
been playing really well on his limited minutes.
Who you say?
I said Rui.
Rui, yep.
He needs to get more minutes.
Yeah, I'm gonna think about some role players because I'm praising like big guy Jalen Brunson's been clutch this year. He's upped his 3-point percentage by I think like let me see. He was shooting like 30 something last year and he's up to 46% this year.
That's
so
really good.
He's shooting really good from 3.
Playing better too.
He had a 30 bomb today. Did you see that too?
Who?
Yeah, 33.
32-7.
Brunson? Yeah. I've been watching a lot of Knicks games, but he's been playing real well. I like him.
3-point percentage is 47.5. What the fuck?
Focus your camera, Bez.
Your camera's
I don't know how to do that shit. It's just out of focus.
Just hold like your hand like and then lean it back.
Trust me, I've been trying to do that earlier, bro. I'm telling you, it's not doing it. I know how to focus it. It's just not doing it. It's just not focusing.
Ben's on 244p today.
It's worse than my camera.
What if I just turn it off?
I think after we should talk about some players.
We talked about a lot of praise. What about some L's, Hassan? What about people who suck ass?
Yeah, that's where we're saying.
No. Let's not do that. Let's
like half the Warriors. Klay Thompson, Draymond Green.
I've already dug in onto them. Hey man, we did Jordan Poole already. So
what about Harden? Harden was playing mid for a minute.
What do you mean? He made the game-winning. Go ahead.
Oh, bro, I'm not talking about literally an hour ago. I'm talking about like.
You say, let's ignore what you just did, bro.
Yeah.
His first 5 games, or 4 games.
It's okay. He redeemed it tonight, I guess.
Yeah, 4 points.
We should get
Westbrook redeemed himself.
Yeah. We should always
Played
we
like
should all
Dookie
have
when
one
he
player that we
took the
talk
initiative.
about that we like and give shine to at the end of the pod.
Anthony Edwards.
Oh, we talked about him in the guest of player section, but shout out to Al P, doing his thing this year.
Yeah,
Breaking out. He's
Siggy.
really breaking out for sure. Like we all thought.
Sleeper
Yeah,
players.
nice.
Yeah, we should talk more about role players that we like too. Do some research.
Actually, I'll highlight one because this player's on my fantasy team. Shout out to Karis LeVert. He's coming in off the bench for the Cavs, and he's kind of giving him the spark they needed. He was kind of floating around the league for a while with the Nets, with the Pacers. He had that cancer situation, but I think he's found a good role here with the Cavs where he can come off the bench, basically do what Donovan Mitchell does, or even when one of them sits, he's a good fill-in to step up in that role, whether Garland, because Garland is hurt a lot. He's missing a lot of games.
He hasn't been playing that good in general.
Yeah, he hasn't.
He had a
Even
good
Mitchell sits a little bit, so when those guys are out, he does a good job filling in. He's playing well this year, so he's a reason they've been able to be afloat with a lot of their guys missing time. So he's
Max Strus too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
him
Strus
too.
is a good
Yeah,
pickup
shout out to
for him.
Strus.
That
Did you
guy's
see that stretch of
undrafted.
games
from
Duncan
TPP.
Robinson had lately?
Yeah, he's stepping in
Duncan Robinson is good also.
for Tyler
Dude,
Hero.
those three games he had was actually insane. I was like, what the? He's finally getting his money's worth.
He's developed as a passer too. Like before, he was kind of just a shooter, but now he can shoot. It's not just coming off screens. He could shoot off the
Make
dribble.
layups, too.
He could make people miss, like get people in the air and then dish it off to somebody in the key and then cut back door. So he's rounded out his game real well, and that's what the Miami Heat are going to
definitely
do.
did some work in the offseason.
Yeah,
He
Heat
put
culture,
Wembanyama
bro.
on a clip.
It's on the jerseys.
He put
Yeah.
Wembanyama on a hezzy, and he was like, gone. It was nice.
Yeah. All right. Anything else you guys want to talk about?
Man, I'm trying to find L players. I'm not finding losers right now. I'm thinking of only W's.
They want to hate so bad.
Okay, let's find some L players, bro.
Some L players.
If you really want to find one, I'm gonna get you an L player.
Randall started playing a little bit better than that huge L streak he had. So I don't even want to talk about him because he had a few good games since he was sucking.
Like, you already talked about Clay and Andrew Wiggins and how bad they've been.
We already talked about those guys. I want like non-Warriors because like 90% of the Warriors are L's.
Damn, bro. My man's just hating on everybody. All right, I'm gonna find you an L player if we want to talk about him. Yeah. Why don't you want to talk about him, Omari?
Bro.
No, I'm just kidding. You don't have to.
No, it's just like, dude, I really like at this point, it's almost like unbelievable. Like I'm almost in denial that he's playing this bad. It's just like I've never seen anyone.
He doesn't care.
Like, yeah, like it's just so crazy. Like people thought he was gonna have like a breakout season. Like he played so well through the playoffs. It's not even like he played. It was just like some superficial. I was on the Rockets my entire career and I averaged 24 points type of stats. Like he was doing this. He was averaging some really good stats in meaningful minutes in a chip.
Without him, they wouldn't have won a championship for sure.
Yeah, like he was an integral part of the offense during that chip run. Like you see how bad the Warriors are without him, without that 20 points per game that he can provide if he's in the right mental space. After obviously him getting knocked out shook his brain some. He got CTE a little bit, but
forgot how to shoot.
He must have Draymond must have knocked him loose, dude. Like I don't understand. I feel like the Warriors needed him and he needed the Warriors. He definitely benefited from having Curry's gravity on the floor and just that offense, how well they scheme people to get open. Because now that he's in a place with no offense and it's just go get a bucket, he's shooting terribly and can't get buckets. So I think
I'm a bit more optimistic than you. I think Jordan Poole will start to get it going. Yeah. I think he started a bit slow last season too. And he's still averaging 16 right now. I think his percentages will go up, and once he gets comfortable in the new offense and settles in, I
hope so.
I think it's just a slump, dude. Because we all know he has the eye test of a hooper, but it's just like his field goal is like hella ass. So I think it'll pick up too. Like
at least a lot of it is coaching, and the team sucks. Like
I mean, yeah, but he's gonna start hitting shots. Like he's actually.
If you think about it, this team is not that bad. Like they have players like Danilo Gallinari,
Kuzma, bro. They have he'll give you like 25.
Tyus Jones, like they have enough.
I think it's the coaching because they obviously don't have a good system in place. Like they're just out there. They look like Steven Silas. How we were talking about the Rockets
there is
just
no
playing
system.
pickup.
Yeah.
Like they're just out there.
That's been years.
I'm literally looking like I was watching some of the games and dead ass. Like if Tyus Jones brings the ball up the court, whoever he passes it to first is gonna take that shot no matter what. Like without a doubt. first pass, they're taking a shot. Or if they get the rebound, they're going coast to coast and taking a shot. It's just like, bro, like if no matter if it's Kuzma, Jordan Poole, Denny's trying to get his now.
Off the backboard lob down 20.
It's like these dudes literally like they're just out there trying to like they're at the 24.
Yeah,
like,
trying to just get stats for the next contract.
So I'm just like I can't. I hope Jordan Poole starts to shoot better just in general because his volume shooting is why was valuable, and he was decently efficient doing that. And right now his efficiency is abysmal. So I think that if he does pick it up, he'll like do better. But he's capped right now just straight off of the system. Like it's gonna be hard to consistently produce in a place with barely any system. On a bad team.
Season, I think he'll start to get it going.
Bro thinks
We'll see. I mean, I think he has to. Yeah, he's in a bad situation, but he's not helping with his shot selection and stuff like that. But I guess there's no, they don't care there, so it's
baddies
free to do whatever he wants.
Not enough baddies.
I'll give you an L player.
Rose didn't even get motivation, man. Like you can't be this washed. I thought this was the one. I thought this was the game. Like
for real, this should have been
had his worst game of the year.
Literally, dude. Like
a halftime, he had like 0 points.
Couldn't believe my eyes when I seen that.
With Ruby Rose in attendance is crazy.
I'll give you an L player. Not really because he sucks, but just because he's not playing. Jaden Ivey basically just cooked out of the rotation. Like he just doesn't play on the Pistons. He's playing under 20 minutes a game right now. He missed a little bit of time, but even then he was not really getting much burn. They started Killian Hayes over him. Their rookie Marcus Sasser plays a lot too now. So I don't really know I know that a reason they starting Killian for sure is because of defense, but I don't know. The Pistons have lost 10 straight. Monty got a bag, and I know he's a good coach, but I'm a little skeptical on this particular thing of benching Jaden Ivey because I really liked what I saw from him last year. Like he showed a lot of promise, and I know he kind of is redundant with Cade, but there has to be a role for him. Like you can't basically play him like he's like a second-round pick trying to earn a role. Like he showed enough last year. Yeah, I don't know.
He deserves to, bro. Like why are they fucking playing Killian Hayes? It's pissing me off.
Just sucks for him. Yeah, I don't know.
It's so stupid. That's not even his fault. Like it's like
it's just the L for his career. It's not really L because he's bad. It's just L.
Request a trade immediately. Get out of there.
The thing is, when Bogey comes back too, it's going to be even worse because he's going to play. And Thompson looking like rookie of the year candidate right now.
Definitely. And they need his defense badly. He's their best perimeter defender by a wide margin. So I just don't know. He seems like odd man out type thing. Like he seems like one of those guys that might get traded for pennies and then flourish on another team because they just don't have room for him. Like, Malik Monk, it happened with the Hornets. He got to the Lakers and rebuilt his value. And then, I could see him going down a similar path because of the situation.
Yeah. It reminds me of
Jay Knight is talented.
Yeah. Reminds me of Colin Sexton's idea. Yeah. Like where he went to Cleveland, got hurt, and now he's at Utah. Yeah, but I think he definitely needs more opportunity to get going. You spent the top 5 pick on him last year. He played decently enough to still be the starter for the team, and see what happens. But starting Killian, I don't know what's going on there.
Dude, I get it. The defense, the facilitating for Killian Hayes, but dude, Killian is like Ivey's more talented. Like it's off. Like I'm looking at both these players. And I'm like, dude, Jaden Ivey's like
better,
way more talented, way more.
Hey, they're both top 10 picks, so they're both top 10 picks. Fucking, they had so many top 10 picks, bro.
Yeah, Killian's been was number 7. He just didn't work out.
James Wiseman,
he's still pretty young. What? Oh my!
Yeah, they got Wiseman, they got Bagley, they got all the busts.
Yeah, right. Wiseman doesn't even play.
They're turning Ivey into a bust by not playing him. Losers.
Hey, Bagley's actually okay. Like he still sucks on defense, but yeah, that too.
Speaking of bust, I was thinking of today. Oh, to my brother.
What?
Do you remember Josh Jackson in the 2017 draft for the 4th pick on the Suns?
Oh yeah,
that fool sucked.
He played for the Pistons too.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did.
Every KCP, all these fucking former top 10 picks go to the Pistons.
Detroit's just down bad. At least they'll get a top pick.
What are they gonna do with it? They're gonna throw him to the sideline, the bench again.
Man,
I just don't know. Like they seem like they have talent with Jalen Duren and some of these guys like Asar, Cade, like Ivy. They have players there that are good, yet they're not even close. They're still the worst team in the league. Like I
Yeah.
would think that this year, I didn't expect them to be a play-in team even, but I expected them to be a little competitive, like the Hornets at least. I know the Hornets, they don't have much difference, but at least when I watch the Hornets play, like they're in these games. You know, they're beautifully tanking where they're kind of like choking at the end type stuff because they're still young and immature. But the Pistons are getting blown out. They have a -8 point differential. Like, come on, bro. What's going on?
To be fair, though, I think the Hornets are a bit older. Like, yeah, Gordon Hayward, Rozier's been out, but when he's in there, Bridges has been in the league for a while, Washington too. So they're, like you said, beautifully tanking because they have more experience. And Detroit just stinks, though. That's just the biggest difference. You don't have a LaMelo Ball type of player. Cade's supposed to be their best, but it's not looking too good for them, man. 10 straight L's, and you need to change something fast. It's not good for anything.
Sucks.
Okay.
I don't think Cade's the problem. I think like the team is a problem.
No, he is. No, Cade turns the ball over too much. He literally just gives it to the other team.
But he's I know. But he's
your future.
You're gonna have to ride out with Cade. He's your main man.
Yeah, he should be.
And the spacing doesn't help. Like he fucking gets crowded in the paint because nobody can shoot.
Yeah, Sasser's been good though. That's a bright spot for him, but he's taken away from Jaden Ivey, and you still have injured guys, vets that are Alec Burks, and
he gets playing time too. I forgot about him, and he's good too, so he deserves to play.
Don't they still got a bogey on their team?
He's coming back, and that dude averaged 21 for them last year. So
they need him. Lord knows
they'll use him. He'll be good.
He'll be starting too. That's the thing.
Yeah,
I think Thompson will stay starting. So Killian will probably come off the bench, and then
who starts at the 4? Oh, Stewart does.
Yeah, Isaiah and then Bagley.
I think you move. Well, I don't know, man. Like Stewart, dude, they have no shooting. I was gonna say you move Stewart to the bench, but it's like Asar doesn't shoot either. So who the fuck?
Asar and Stewart can't shoot.
Maybe Bogey plays 4, but that's defensively that stinks.
Stewart be shooting.
Yeah, he'll attempt him, but he's not gonna. You don't want him to be your main 3-1 guy.
But I mean, he could. He's not. He shoots them, but it's not like.
Yeah. He's a decent stretch though. His shooting is underrated, honestly.
Yeah, he started to shoot more.
They do need like wing shooters.
If you got Duran, Asar, and Killian Hayes, like you kind of need some snipers to go along with Cade.
You need like guard and forward shooters.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I like doing this. I like talking about good guys that are good, and then guys that suck or need to be better.
Do we know? Do we know when Amen Thompson's coming back? Or do we know?
No idea.
Yeah, I
want to see that guy play too.
Yeah, next week we can come back. Monitor everyone's stats for this week, and then come back see who's increased, who's got better. Go to StatMuse. Literally go to StatMuse and type in like best, like highest scores from the last week.
Or if you want to get things off our chest about players that suck for the week.
This week, thankfully, not much to complain about, but
Jordan Poole.
Yeah, I mean Wiggins was the biggest one. He just stinks, but I think we all on the same page with that.
Yeah, we're on the same page.
I feel like Clay will be fine. He started off last year pretty bad, if I'm not mistaken, but it's just the fact that it's 2 years in a row. It's kind of.
I'll understand if it's like 1 year after injury, but 2, like you should be back to your normal self.
You should be good to go.
Can be. Yeah, if you can be. So no excuses now. Put up or shut up.
Yeah, facts.
You should retire.
All right.
If that's all y'all got, we could wrap it up here.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's a good episode today. Got a lot off. Talked about damn near everything in the NBA.
Yeah, yo, Bez, I love the way you did the guess the player today. That was actually sick.
Yes, good job by you, Daniel.
Yeah, I could come back. Well, actually, we'll see. It might be too soon, but definitely we'll do another one sometime in a year. But maybe not next week.
Trivia going too when Isaac comes back from IR.
Yeah, sure. Next in person, we'll get a trivia going.
Yeah,
tomorrow.
Yeah, he says he's gonna go.
Hopefully.
All right, 10 a.m. Y'all don't be late.
All right, I'm gonna be late, but I'm gonna be there.
Beth is always late. He's the last guy there. Fashionably late.
I get to play pass rush.
Guys.
Nah, it's okay. You got the whole cast. You can sit out.
That's me.
I'm Joe Burrow today.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, my man. At least it's your left. You know what I mean? Like with the right, it would have been even worse.
I didn't even miss a week.
Can't even beat your meat.
All right, time to end.
It's time to go.
All right.
No, you gotta change it up. Yeah, reverse.
Play a song. Wait, what?
Just change it over my head.
All right.
I got infinity.
Oh yeah, it's time to wrap.
I
it
got
up.
infinity money. You gotta play
You
around.
gotta
let
be.
me-
You gotta
Let
be.
me
you
play
gotta
our
be.
outro song, man. Thanks for
Unlimited.
tuning in.
So
We
the
have no
Clippers
comments.
we're thinking about signing him.
And then they
Oh,
pivoted.
yeah.
Dude, why did they
They
could have
should've.
they could have used him like they need a big
For
now.
real.
They could have used
Yeah,
an
honestly.
athletic big
Oh,
like him.
you see how they
This
be
is
getting mad at
crazy.
Zoo, bro? Kawhi actually getting frustrated at Zubats. He
Good.
getting pissed.
Bro, imagine
Good.
like he just starts like breakdancing in the middle of the
I'm
fast
fucking
break or
Preston Harden,
something.
Mike.
Like some
Dude,
crazy
Nah,
shit.
dude. He just
I
started
got
going.
infinity money.
This is on the court.
I can see it happen. That's the crazy thing. He'll definitely try to fight someone. And that's
He
why I'm
dug
all
out somebody
for it.
just like. just
I want to see him and Draymond go at
he
it.
dug out somebody.
Oh, man. What you gonna do? Do something about it. Do something about it. Start dancing.
Or him and Dylan Brooks.
I hope he gets signed, man. He deserves to play. I don't even.
He
see
didn't
why
even do
leave
anything
with
wrong. Like he's
that.
just a
didn't do
weird
anything,
dude.
Like,
I guess he's just crazy.
He's just
No idea
weird.
with that.
yeah, that's crazy.
I guess, but like
Then that Miles Bridges comes back.
for the
For
Hornets, I get it. You got too much of that, but like like the Spurs, like that'll spice up the
Yeah.
the locker room. They got
That
Sohan in
would.
there already.
That would, Bez. They should sign him. They should.
Mike.
Yeah.
Like, come
We're-
on, man.
we're
Hey,
pro Kai
he's
Jones
the
here.
Wemby
He'll
stopper.
live on-
He's the
on our
Wemby
podcast
stopper, so
forever.
they should sign him so that he's not out there on the streets potentially.
There
You never know who's gonna pick him up.
Yeah.
For real.
Love
He might
Kai
come back
Jones
to bite you
here.
one
Bro,
day.
he
mentioned
yammed on
it.
Wemby and then dipped, bro. That's crazy.
I got infinity money.
Yeah, and with
Nah,
that,
dude, he's a go.
with that, we gotta say thank you for tuning into the Ball Don't Lie podcast. Any comments that you guys may have for next episode? Any ideas? Any topics you want us to cover? Especially, we know we may not cover every team every time, so drop it in the comments. But other than that, thanks for tuning in this episode, and you know what time it is. We'll see y'all
Love yourself.
on the next one.
Know yourself. Want yourself. You go to baby. I love you. I'm harder than Christ and I'm harder than Mike. Cutting the movie is like never respite.